yeah. Yo, what's good? Ernesto, what's good? Hurricane Maverick, Orange Green Bud. This is the third show of the day, so y'all know your boy kind of tired a little bit. It's the third damn show of the day, but we gonna do what we can do, and we got Derek in the building with us. So
just going on, you fam.
I did send the link out. Okay. To you. Well, I can redo it again, but I did send it. I sent it to him. Did he call you? Have you talked to him?
I sent him a instant message. I mean, direct message. He said should be joining soon.
I tell him I'm gonna put the link in. If I sent the link to him, but if he can't find or something, I'll put it in the box. And he can just click on. You can just jump on. Cause I'll just put it in the comment section and just jump in. Yo, what's really good, University of Miami Hurricane football fans? Your boy home. This is your boy Alonzo 1219, aka Hurricane Zo, back in the building with my main man Derek, big insider for the 1219 family. He also has a guest that he invited on tonight that we're gonna talk about. We already talked about today, the big science, Kitchens, choosing University of Miami over Auburn. Who was it? Auburn, LSU. I forgot all the schools he had, but it was a big shock. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't think we were gonna get him. Y'all know I'm not huge on recruiting, so I'm not. I definitely didn't know whether I was gonna get him or not. I'm not huge on recruiting anyway. That's why Derek is here. But yeah, that big signing. Glad to keep the kids home. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know my saying when I'm talking about keeping the kids home and the kids representing the 305 to 305, you represent the kids. Let's go to some games and be out there and support these kids. You know what I'm saying? And one more thing, do me a favor. If you are in the chat, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. Do me a favor. I already got my neighborhood troll that always jumps right in to hit the dislike button. I think I slept with his girlfriend. I think I slept with his girlfriend or something. Hey, she probably wasn't that good if I am still messing with her. But it is what it is, man. Yeah, just please hit the like button. And what you think about today, Derek? A lot of exciting news going on in Coral Gables.
Man, I was excited. I was stoked. I'm glad it did. It really worked out. Once it got down to the final two, I was thinking it was going to be us. Not kind of suspected. I was 85% sure it was going to be the. So it looks like our guests will be joining us shortly. So I wasn't surprised, but definitely ecstatic. I will say that. And like I said, in terms of what I seen on tape for Cameron, I mean, he just looks as if he's a natural. He seemed, I don't know whether
he probably going to sit up a little bit or just your camera, because I'm going to have to figure out how to get that a little smaller. StreamYard has that big. So, you know what I'm saying? Every time I do that, it kind of blocks out stuff. So, but yeah, you good. I can see you now.
Basically, I'm trying to get my camera right now.
No, when you hit, you're not going to get it perfect.
I know, right? So, but as far as like his skill set, just what we've seen on tape, whether he was coached up or is it just a mix of natural talent in addition to coaching up, his angle of attack in terms of tackling was just phenomenal. It just doesn't seem to be something that you would see typically in a high school player. So definitely impressed with skill set of all the recruits for 2021. He was the one that I really truly felt we desperately needed. I mean, of course, getting Romello was obviously huge, and we definitely need some help in the wide receiver core, particularly after last year. But even then, we can't even blame everything on the wide receiver core, right? We had some issues with our offensive game plan, and plays that just didn't make sense, plays that were getting our quarterback, sacked and weren't being productive. But obviously, getting Romello and getting Kitchens, to me, I definitely felt that they were two of the biggest commitments that we really needed to have a successful season this upcoming year.
I think I just changed that. I just changed the angle of the
Awesome.
So that helped out a lot. It backed us up. Plus, everybody don't want to look at my pretty face like that all the time. That's probably what I do. That's probably what I do, giving it dislike. We got one. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him Mr. I love Alonzo. So I press dislike because like as soon as I come on, every time, as soon as I come on, the first thing is a dislike. He got me on notification. I think he's stalking me. See if he around here somewhere. He's stalking me or something. But it's crazy how that happens. And I got a guest coming. I got our guest coming in right now. So let me see. I'm gonna do this. Here we go.
Hello,
Anthony.
What's going on? What's going on, brother?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Introduce yourself to the family.
So I'm Anthony Yarrow, founder and owner of 305sports.net. We cover everything from hurricanes, every pro sport, college sport, and even high school sport in Dade County and South Florida in general.
All right. Tell us a little more about your 365 Sportsnet website. It looks as if just my personal experience getting familiar with your website, I'm seeing it kind of pop up more and more. It seems like your platform has been expanding quite a bit. And I just seem to notice a significant difference between like over last year. I've been noticing your platform and more frequently. So have you really experienced a lot of growth over this last year? Was last year like a big impact year for you?
So we started in January, and me and my twin brother, we didn't really know what we were doing. We both want to be journalists, so we thought, hey, let's make this site, cover local sports, and see where it gets us. First 3 months, we really didn't know what we were doing. Okay. Not much growth. But last 3 months, leading up to now, we've hit 2,000 followers on Instagram, about to hit 1,000 on Twitter, and our views, we're getting around 1,000 a day. A lot of active readers that I see. It's great that we're growing a great brand.
Awesome.
Now, what did you think about Kitchens going to Miami today? And there's a few more that Hurricane fans are really wanting to land outside of Kitchens. What was your reaction to that?
I think it's a great pickup. Now the Hurricanes have a bunch of safeties, in there. I think I'm really happy that they pulled off the Northwestern 5. I stayed in touch with Kitchens a little bit. He told me he had a great relationship with Coach Banda, and I think it's a great pickup.
All right, and what do you think about the rest of the that Northwest? You think we're gonna get it's a few more out there that people will want to get. And like I said, I'm not very familiar with high school football at all. I try to stick in my lane, stay to college. That's why I brought Derk over. But you think that we'll land a few more of those guys that's looking at Miami right now?
Absolutely. I think Brashard Smith is soon to be a Hurricane. He's a wide receiver over at Miami Palmetto. Obviously, we have Leonard Taylor. He's on the radar between Florida and Miami. The Palmetto 5 is kind of the new focal point. Now that the Hurricanes picked up all the Northwestern kids, they're trying to head their attention now towards Palmetto. I'm not sure they'll get all 5, but it's definitely that's what's on the radar right now.
Yeah, Richard Hall says he thinks we'll get 3 out of the 5. So what do you think? How do you feel about this coaching staff Coach Diaz put together?
I like it. I'm kind of a numbers guy. So when I look at Coach Lashley, he's produced a lot of NFL receivers, and he's also the SMU offense was very successful. I'm excited, to say the least. And
do me a favor, like you said you have your fan page on that you're doing a lot of writing on. What are you covering more of? Are you covering more of high school sports or college sports or pro sport? Or are you just trying to cover everything?
So we're trying to cover everything from Dolphins, Heat, Marlins, Hurricanes to high school football and basketball here in South Florida. If I had to pick like a niche, kind of, we're trying to focus on high school sports here, give some guys the coverage that they deserve. In general, but we're trying to become the biggest sports platform in Miami.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with you. Always want to be the best, man.
Absolutely.
Always put out great content out there, so I don't know how much you looked at their page, but the content is definitely legit stuff.
Thank you.
And you say you and your twin brother?
Yeah, we're both junior. We're rising seniors in high school.
Wow, young entrepreneurs, young businessmen. Yeah, see that? That lets you know, man. You can do anything you put your mind to, man. You just got to work at it. Absolutely. This shit is hard work. This shit is not easy.
It's not.
It's not easy trying to cover so many different things. He's trying to cover every major sport.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I want to make sure it's good content. Something that separates me from the rest. I don't know if you've seen, but I've done like over 10 interviews with Hurricanes targets, Hurricanes commits, Canes basketball, Canes football, a bunch of these guys. I want to make sure I have the in-depth and I stand out. Why read 305 Sports instead of 24/7 Sports or State of the U? So I think we're building something really great here.
All right. Well, one thing I am going to tell you. When you go to when you 247, I'm gonna whatever. But at the same time, you always want to get connects with some of those guys. You always want to make connects with guys, because it's hard making inroads to get to some of these players, especially some of these real high, big time 5-star players. Never saying merge, but reaching out and networking with a lot of those guys is always the best way to go. Never alienate anybody unless they're just who they are. Yeah. You know who will not deal with. But yeah, I mean like 247 Sports. I don't really respect them, but they're almost like top of the line when it comes to this. So believe me, if someone reached out to me from over there and wanted to give me a hand, I would listen. Even though I don't like some of the things that they do, I would listen because they can help you grow. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So whatever it can help, whatever you can do to help your platform grow, you already in junior high school, you already growing. Yeah. Shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, you got an impressive thing going. So what impact do you think Kitchens is going to have in year one?
Year one, he has good height. He's gaining weight quick. I saw Andrew Ivins. He posted a video of him working out. He looked good there. I was looking at his film last night. We were writing a pre-article just in case he committed. Let's have it ready. And while we were looking at his film, we said he looked a lot like Jaquan Johnson.
Mm.
And
all right, now Jaquan is on my that's my homeboy there now. So that's how I probably think Jaquan probably the best safety since probably. Who's been better than Jaquan since? I'm thinking probably Sean Taylor.
We had we had that comparison and also Red Wine.
That's my other guy. Those are my two favorites. Like Jaquan and Red Wine was my two favorites. Jaquan Red Wine was more because like he met my daughter and they just was cool and kicked it. My youngest daughter, and they were just cool and kicked it from when he was a freshman in college, and he always stayed in contact. And Jaquan was when I met him and had a sit down and conversation with him at one of the spring games. And like you say, meeting these guys personally, it gives you a different, vantage point, and you root for them a little harder. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So
it makes for great content too. You're getting it from the source instead of third, fourth, fifth hand information like we have been getting in the past.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, the one thing I do know is University of Miami, once the season, like their football players aren't allowed to talk to the media except for Canes or ass kiss. That's what I call them, Canes or ass kiss. They're only allowed to talk to them. They're not really allowed to do interviews outside of that realm. But
during the season?
No, at all. Period. Once they sign sign a letter of intent, they're not allowed to talk to, like, give interviews and stuff like that, until they're out of the school.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, that's how most colleges do it though. They don't allow their players to interview. You know what I'm saying? If you look at all the interviews, now they do college like after post game, but if you still notice who asked the questions, you know what I'm saying? They keep it outside of that. But once they're out of school, like I had Duke Johnson on the show, you know, once he got out, you know, so once they're out of school or something like that. But the best time is to get them to be able to interview them is before they sign that letter of intent. Once they sign that, like Kitchens, once he committed, you know, if he signs a letter of intent, I mean, there's not signing day. So, but once he signed that letter of intent, there's no more interviewing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just how.
In terms of what you've seen with Kitchens, what kind of attributes, other than, you know, that natural ability of him to choose the right angles of attack, have you noticed that you think is going to be beneficial on the field?
I think it's not really on the field, but swagger. You know, the Canes need that swagger back, and I think he has it. Other than that, you know, he's a ball hawk, so he picks up passes left and right.
And they did say he was a leader. So he was just a flat out leader on that. Not just on the defense, but on the football team. You saying we need more? Dennis Wilson saying we need backers and more corners. I think we loading up right now the defensive backfield. I think we're loading up in the defensive back. I think that's their focus point, though.
Miami has a linebacker supposed to commit soon. I think it's later this month. A 3-star, Thomas Davis.
Yeah.
He's on the radar. He's supposed to commit real soon. I've heard that he's kind of a lock to Miami.
Any more linebackers? Like I said, I look at linebacker just at Miami, not at other schools, just at Miami. Like most of Miami safeties can play linebacker.
That's what I'm saying, and they might just bring them because they're fast,
exactly,
like they did before, and move them to linebacker.
Yeah, I was having a conversation last couple weeks ago with Alonzo about how this is probably before your time, Anthony. I remember the day when the coaches would go to the track team and just recruit a whole bunch of fast guys. And it's like, you know, like if they had good hands, they're probably wide receivers. They had bad hands, they just went ahead and put them on the defense. But they went ahead and just recruited fast, and they were just fast all over the field. And I'm hoping that's what we're kind of going back to. That's what it
looks like. That's what it looks like. I don't. No disrespect to Shaq. I don't need any more hamburger eating linebackers. You know, I need linebackers that can get to the ball, that can cover in space. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. We're not the Big Ten. You know, you need that speed on the field. You know what I'm saying? But we have to also have depth, and that's another thing that Miami always had. Like, you just think about the greatest college running back field in history: Willis McGahee, Frank Gore, Edgerrin James. Who else is it? Willis McGahee, Frank Gore, Edgerrin James, Clinton Portis, all in the backfield at the same damn time. Like, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. That's crazy. And
they were all talent at the college level. I mean, that's why no one could hang with us. just think that's
an all-star backfield.
Yeah.
And Frank Gore is the last one to start. just like think about it. Just really think about this shit. Like Miami's always done things different. So I'm just hoping they continue to do things, you know what I'm saying? Do things that way. That way we can I just want us to get back to where we used to be at, but I keep telling all the fans that continue to want these kids to come to Miami, and I know people get tired of me preaching this shit, but go to the games. You're getting the kids. Now show the kids that you wanted them there. Period. No one wants to play in front of an empty stadium. You know? I mean, if you don't put articles up for nobody to read them.
Absolutely. Right. Exactly.
Who do you think is an under radar recruit that most of the Miami fans are sleeping on right now, Anthony?
Sleeping on? Well, it's been heating up lately, but Brashard Smith. You know, if I could put like my virtual crystal ball, I put it in for him heading to Miami. In terms of, I saw a comment. Someone said, "What's going on with Jason Marshall?" He's also at Miami Palmetto. He's a 5-star. I don't think he's going to Miami. He could be. He on social media today he hinted towards it. I don't know if you guys are active on social media, but it's been like a frenzy now that Kinchis is committed. Now everyone's like, oh, Palmetto 5, and then Marshall dropped a hint, kind of, one of those eyeball emojis. But I honestly, he left him out of his top 3. I don't think it's a possibility right now.
How you feeling about James Williams?
James Williams, win games. He said it himself in an interview. You want me just win games, and they're competing with Georgia, a team that's in the top 10 almost every year. So it's gonna take winning games.
And that, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one of the things that, like, that's why I hate following recruiting. That's why I hate. I know you. That's why I hate following recruiting, because I'm the type of person that you love the school, you don't love the school. That's just how I am.
And
I don't. When someone says that, I cringe. I'm like, this is why I don't follow recruiting, because I'll probably I would be like, I don't want you. Me personally, I'll be like, well, just go where you want to go, man. Like, that's me. I'm like, when you say just win, when you make, and I know they're young and they make comments like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, when a comment like that's why it's hard for me. It's so hard for me to follow recruiting, because I'm like, win games. Okay, just figure out. You go where you want to go at. I'm not even recruiting you no more. I'm not even recruiting you no more. I'm just like, no matter how good you are.
And I see both sides, in my opinion, because at the same time, if you're in love with the school, then there's no need to play games, right? And I see a lot of guys, they're playing games, hint here, hint there. It's like, make your decision, or just stop playing games. And that's one side. But the other side, it's, let's see where he feels most wanted. Maybe I want to be in the league in 3 years, right? So let's see what gives me the best opportunity. I don't know. It's a mix.
I totally understand that. But like Miami, even with not winning game, we put players in the NFL regardless. That's what Miami does. So like, I mean, it's I guess it's just the win games thing part of it to me, because it's like, it's almost like jump on that bandwagon type thing. And I like the kids who really want to build a program and sustain the program, not just come there when they're winning. It's because, I mean, that's what it took. That's what it takes for every program. Even like when Nick Saban took over Alabama, they went 20 plus years without winning that championship. They weren't good. So they had to build that. LSU had to get built. LSU, nobody expected LSU to be in that championship game last year, let alone an SEC championship game last year. Yeah. So I want dogs. I want dogs.
How much of the current attitude that we see with recruits these days is driven by that whole ESPN effect?
Well, in terms of local guys, I think, like you said, I think we're getting some dogs. Kind of like, guys that really want to play for Miami. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Khalil Brantley. Tight end. Yeah, I really like that guy. Number one, he's good. And number two, he's all about the U. Everything, his whole life revolves around Miami and just making the crib great again. That's his slogan. And I think Miami's 2021 recruiting class has that momentum and that swagger that the U had previously.
And those are the same thing when I say like when I criticize a kid, that's why I criticize like the fan base so much. Like, go to games. I'm serious. Go to the games. It's not expensive. It's not that much. It's too much doing Miami. Miss me. No, it's not. It's 6 Saturdays a year. You know what I'm saying? 6 Saturdays a year. Go support these kids. You know what I'm saying? If when that stadium is rocking, like, there's no other stadium in the country. When that stadium is rocking, like that's
that Notre Dame game.
I've been there. Like the Florida State game. Like, oh my God. Like when that stadium is rocking, it's bananas, and people need to understand that. I just wish people would really pay more attention to it, and not just that. Support these kids. We want these kids at Miami. If we're gonna get on here and talk trash about them when they don't commit, well, you're not gonna do that over here. I don't care. You get cursed out, so you're not gonna talk trash about the kids if they don't want to commit. But at the same time, if you want those kids to commit, then when they commit, support the team.
Yeah.
Now, Anthony, who do you believe that Miami desperately needs that has not committed as of yet? Who do you believe is truly that game changer that will get us quote unquote back?
That's a tough one. I don't know. I don't know if they desperately need someone. I think they have a top 10 recruiting class. I don't know what to say desperately because it could be the quarterback position after Derk King graduates, obviously.
Yeah.
And obviously the thing with Jake Garcia, everyone wants him, but they also have Van Dyke. And
yeah.
I don't see Van Dyke for this offense. I don't think he fits this offense. No. Perry's gonna start next year. Perry's gonna start next year. I see Van Dyke as a pro style type of offense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he. Now I could be wrong, but I haven't seen him play in a motion style offense like this here.
And he'll probably redshirt.
Yeah, I put out there today. I think he's gonna transfer.
Yeah,
I did. I put out there today. I mean, I said it today. I could be wrong. I just don't. I don't know if he's athletic enough. I have to see it. I don't know if I could be wrong, but I don't think this is offense. I don't think this offense is for him.
That's why I wish we had a spring game. I wish there was a spring game.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Great first look.
Yeah, I kind of hear what you're saying about that Zoe. But I look at guys like Gino Torretta, who wasn't gifted with the feet. Guys like that. Kosar. So it's kind of like
they ran pro styles though. This is more like a spread. Like you got to be mobile.
Yeah, I mean I get that, but you don't think that Lachey has that cachet, that experience to make it work for both types? I
don't know if Lashley is a pro style type coach. I just don't know. I have to see everywhere he's been. He's had mobile quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere he's been, he's had mobile quarterbacks. So this type of, I mean, sometimes you are. Now you can scheme, like he said, you can scheme around them. Mm-hmm. But when you go from a mobile quarterback to a non-mobile quarterback, it's almost like changing your whole offense.
I think once we get those athletes, Jacoby George, Pope, and my boy Malik Curtis, I think if you get those guys on the field, I don't think I could be back there at quarterback.
Yeah,
we would probably be successful.
That's why we talk the show. It's just you know what I'm saying. It's just being you know what I'm saying. It's different of opinion of things, and we'll see. We'll see. It's not that I don't want him. It's not that I want him to transfer because I like him. Yeah. I don't know if this. They always say systems for certain quarterbacks. I'm just saying I don't know if this system fits him. Yeah, I just don't know. That's all.
I can see your point on that.
Yeah, I see it too. He'll have a redshirt year, so it'll all depend. But I think N'Kosi Perry is guaranteed the starter next year if they don't get a 5-star transfer or something. But
yeah, I think he's the next heir apparent. Do you see any impact potentially of Garcia? I mean, he seems to have kind of doubled down on his commitment to USC, but now that they picked up that transfer out there, how you feel about his chances of staying out there I mean,
obviously he's from that area, Southern California. I think we're hyping it up a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of Kane's Twitter, Kane's social media, they're crazy. They're crazy, and they when they pick a topic, they milk it. And he's still committed. I would have thought he would have once Miller Moss, another 5-star quarterback.
Is he that good then? Is he that good? Like serious? Like is he that good to where these are the things that get me kind of mind boggled. You're from there, they pick up another player, and now you're transferring. Were you that good? You couldn't beat the other player out.
Well, he hasn't
transferred yet. It's about he's decommit. He might decommit. That's what
I'm saying. Those are the things that get me. Like sometimes, like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Those things scare me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Tate Martell. That was the Tate Martell effect.
And it's also a jab to the school. No, I mean you're committed there. You're quote unquote 5-star, 4-star quarterback. Why are they picking up another guy?
Yeah.
Well, you can have the
because you can get hurt.
You have Justin, like what Justin Fields did. He left from UGA, went to Ohio State, and was successful, which I knew he would because I knew what kind of talent Justin had, and it makes sense that Kirby Smart didn't see it.
But 2 5-stars in one class, 2 5-star quarterbacks, yeah.
I
From?
wish I could. I wish we could land two 5-star quarterbacks in one class. That's a tough thing to do.
Yeah.
How do you even go after 2 5-stars?
Yeah.
You know, that's how many 5-star quarterbacks out there, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah. And a lot of these kids, the thing is that would they want to compete like that? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Do they want to go in there and compete with another 5-star? That's why you see so many people decommitting nowadays.
yeah. Well, I just want to. I want to know how good you are when you because that kid from LSU, he was like a 3-star?
Burrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude was dangerous. He competed and he fought. Dude was good.
Yeah, but he also left because Justin Fields was coming. So,
Yeah, he left.
But he was like a 3-star. He was like a 3-star though. I mean,
right. But
he wasn't no 5-star.
He was there
But
when
his old coach left too.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
But is it a confidence issue where you don't think you're going to win the job, or is it you look at opportunities that, hey, look, this is a much better opportunity for me?
It depends on if you're already.
I'm afraid of competition.
When Justin Fields transferred, he knew that's different.
He
was already there. Justin Fields transferred. That's why Tate Martell ended up at Miami. He knew that I'm a 3-star, that's a 5-star. He's been successful. I haven't really sniffed the field. You know, I'm not gonna play it. I have a chance to play at LSU. I'm not going to play at all with Justin Fields coming here.
Yeah.
That's like when what's name went to Oklahoma last year. Whoever quarterback with it, they knew. When you get a transfer, it's different from getting when you get a transfer, it's different from getting 2 recruits who's 2 starting at the same time. When you get a high profile transfer, like as soon as Derek King transfers, just straight up. Even if I'm a Nikoski fan. As soon as Derek King transferred to Miami, we all knew who the starter was.
Oh yeah.
So Nikoski, why you think Jaron Williams left?
Yeah, I mean,
so you know
4 days after.
Exactly. You know he was a starter.
True.
So that's you know.
So how'd you feel when Tate was transferred to Miami?
I threw up my mouth.
Really?
I threw up my mouth.
Why? You didn't
because
like him
I watched his
all?
high school film and I watched him throw wobbly ball after wobbly ball after wobbly ball to good players. He threw wobbly. He's never thrown a spiral a day in his life. A day in his life, he's never thrown a spiral. And he was not. He was good in high school. They overrated him in high school because he had so much talent. He had so much talent around him. And I sat beside his father during the spring game. Sat beside his father in Orlando when he was throwing them wobbly passes. And then only time he completed passes when they rolled him right.
Yeah.
He threw one pass to the left hash mark. And I was like, oh my God, he finally threw a pass to the left hash mark. I wasn't high on him at all. I thought it was the Tate Martell. I mean, I thought it was the Johnny Manziel effect. Everybody thought he was going to be the next Johnny Manziel. And I watched his high school film, and I saw a lot of ducks being thrown. I saw wide open receivers have to stop and wait for the ball.
Yeah, you hit the spot. It's a Johnny Manziel effect. You know, he looked good in the highlights because he could scramble. He was mobile, but he was also on like literally the best high school football team of all time. He didn't lose for 3 years a game.
All right.
So, like, I mean, I could be under center at that point.
Right.
Yes, I wasn't. I was dead. I was dead set against the Tate Martell thing.
I have to admit, I drank Kool-Aid a little bit.
You can go back and watch the footage. I said, man, y'all crazy. Me and 786 was like, we was literally here. People were literally cursing us out. Like, I don't give y'all. We watched this dude. I went to some practices. I'm saying we watched this guy. He is. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. I used to tell people what. Show me one kind. Then what really got me upset. They were making him like he was better than Nikoski. Now, Nikoski had just beat Florida State. Like, wait, he played good against Buffalo or something.
No, it was Rutgers. Yeah.
Serious?
He looked good there, but he threw a duck. He threw a duck touchdown. He underthrew his receiver.
I'm like, he looked good against Rutgers, and
we're up like 58-0.
Right.
Like, I mean, crazy.
Al Iverson said, "This is Rutgers." Really? Rutgers? I'm like, y'all gotta be kidding me, man. I was like, I'm telling you, man, I was dead set again. When I saw hearing the rumors, I was like, I don't want this guy. I don't want this guy because I already know how Miami Hurricane fans are. I know how we are, and we will bite down on a name and a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I think I think some of us, I'll speak for myself, and I say, how could Ohio State recruiters be so wrong about Tate? I mean, I understand he has stars all around him. It's like, shouldn't you have the acumen as a scout to be able to decipher, hey, this guy, he's okay, but he's not Ohio State starter caliber.
How can so many Miami fans not look at film and see the
We know that.
This young man right here just said he watched him throw ducks after ducks in high school.
Yeah.
When you hear about a player that you like, the first thing you go look, everybody has access to the same film. Everybody.
Yeah.
And people were defending the ducks. It's like
those are
oh my God, stop it. We can't defend this. Like, this is unbelievable to me.
I wanted to see him play though in the LA Tech game. I was very tired. Jaren Williams couldn't throw.
Yeah.
And then I was like, let's see Tate. He didn't touch the field all year.
Yep.
And even then he looked bad.
Well, nothing was working. We wanted somebody to get in there, right?
Yeah.
I just want to see you go call plays. I just want to see anybody call plays, but Dan, he knows.
Yeah.
I want to see anybody. And what was the defense? Martin D'Onofrio and Dan Enos have got to be the worst two coordinators in Miami Hurricane history. They are the worst.
Yeah.
Dan Enos and Martin D'Onofrio, the worst two coordinators in Miami Hurricane history. If there was offense defensive coordinator at the same time, we'd have had a lot of 100-0 games, bro. Both of those guys were horrible. Oh my God.
How do you feel about Jaren? Now he's going to a JUCO.
I wasn't high on Jaren when we recruited him. I thought he was overrated and spoiled when he signed with Miami. And I got in arguments with Cole Perry. Me and Cole got in arguments because Cole's he knows Georgia. So I got arguments with a lot of fans. I thought he was spoiled. I thought he was a spoiled kid who didn't want to work.
Yeah.
And I thought he was Michael Irvin III 2.0.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want him. I like dogs, man. I like dogs. And you give me a 2-star, 3-star scrappy guy who wants to earn it and work against a guy who just wants it to be handed to him. Yeah. I wasn't big on it. I just wasn't. And it's some people that I wasn't big on it that was great. They ended up being great. But if I can point two guys, Tate and Jaren, those two guys I weren't big on at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I could tell Jaren wasn't a dog. He said, if I wasn't starting, I'm transferring. He said that once. I was like, wow. All right.
Oh, he definitely said that.
Yeah.
He threatened to transfer twice before he finally did.
Yeah. He looked good in the UF game.
He did.
Sure. The Gator game, he looked good. And then, he had a couple. The Louisville game, he looked like really good. But
nobody could look good against the consistent play calling that Dan Enos did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's also what I'm.
Man called a triple reverse. Man called a triple reverse on the goal line. I'm still trying to figure out what the. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm getting a headache right now just thinking about that dude.
I already told you I don't mention that man's name ever anymore.
He's a running back coach now. I forgot where. Enos is a running back coach now.
How you go from a quarterback coach to offensive coordinator?
I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
To a running back coach. How did he? Oh my God! I feel for the poor.
He's a running back coach at Cincinnati.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting enough, that's where Al Golden spent a little time too. Is that where bad coaches go to die?
Yeah. Yeah. When your career is over with, go to Cincinnati. Why in the hell would you want to go to Cincinnati unless your career is over with? I've been to Cincinnati before.
The only one out being offered, apparently.
I need to start reading some of the comments. I apologize for not getting to the comments. And I'm gonna put the link back in the chat. And if anybody want to come in with us three right now, if anybody wants to come in and talk, just if you have StreamYard, you have to have StreamYard. If you have StreamYard, you can You can come in. You can come in and
do you have Twitter?
Yeah, I have Twitter, and I'm trying to get my old Twitter page back.
What is it?
I'm so mad. I can't get my. You might can help me. I can't get my old Twitter page back. It uses my phone number, and I don't have that number anymore, and I can't get into that account because I don't remember. I don't remember the code. Huh?
What's your username on Twitter?
I have two Twitter accounts. I'm trying to get my old one back because I got like 800. I got like 800 followers on that one. 900 followers. The other one I got like 2 followers.
Can you send it to me, Derek, please? Or
I send it to you when we out. I send it to you when we get because I'm trying to figure out how to get into the old one instead of using a new one.
All right.
But I send it to you. Matter of fact, I seen Derek can see my number and everything.
For sure.
All right.
Do you guys think there's gonna be college football in general?
I don't.
Yeah. I know someone at a JUCO, and he told me that that's not happening. So it's also probably gonna translate. I don't know. I feel like they're already starting to play games with the whole conference only, and they're still traveling. So it's not like the virus isn't gonna meet them there. I don't know.
Yeah, my nephew was in a TBT tournament, and to me, they created a process that works. You have total quarantine. You're tested before you come. You tested after you arrive. And you're tested before the game. And then any one player that tested positive, they eliminated the entire basketball team from the tournament. And
then they're playing in a bubble too.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't do that.
Like hotels all shut off to anybody who wasn't part of the actual tournament.
The thing is that
okay,
you can go. Oh, okay, I'll go. In order to play college football, the school needs to be open. So it's like, how are they gonna fit all these kids in school? And I don't know. I don't see it happen.
Yeah, I don't think that is gonna happen. I mean, I want to see college football because these chats are more interesting when we got something to talk about, something really to talk about. But is it gonna happen? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's too much to risk. It's too much to risk.
Austin Kane mentioned Luke Fickell is the Cincinnati coach. He's arrived starting the coaching world. Yeah, so is Al Golden. So we see how that worked out.
You know what though? I can honestly say this, man. People give Al a hard time. He wasn't a bad coach. He was a bad relationship manager. Because if he would have I was about to add you, Hurricane Logan. I don't know what happened. If he would have fired Mark D'Onofrio, the offense wasn't bad. The team wasn't bad.
No,
Mark D'Onofrio was bad.
Mm-hmm.
That relationship between him and Mark D'Onofrio, I don't know if he was married to him or if his sister was married to him, but he would not get rid of Mark D'Onofrio, and that was the problem. He was, because when he came in, just think about what he was handed.
Yeah,
he came in the door not even knowing about the Nevin Shapiro, and 2 days later, the Nevin Shapiro stuff came on. Then they talking about death penalty. He had to fight through all. I mean, think about it. The sanctions started when, even though they didn't officially start, the allegations and sanctions started before we played our first game without Golden, and they did not end until Mark Richt's last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's he had to fight through a lot of stuff. So I mean, if he would have got rid of Mark D'Onofrio, he probably would still be coach because we was putting up points, just couldn't stop no damn body. It was opposite of what happened when Mark Richt got here. We thought that we was gonna be great because, well, I didn't want him neither. You can go look at the video. I cringed. I live up here in South Carolina, so when they hired him, I was like, I cried like a baby because I knew he couldn't coach neither. I watched him just throw away games at Georgia. But when they hired him, everybody said the offense we're gonna be great because we already have a defense. And the offense, we have an offense. And then they brought in Manny Diaz, and they think the defense is gonna be better. All he got to do is get the defense better. We're gonna be great. And the roles totally reversed. I mean, they have not changed since. The offense was horrible and the defense was good.
Mm-hmm.
In 1 year time.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
we haven't gotten it right on the OC and the DC
Yeah, they haven't.
at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, we brought in that guy last year from Alabama, but I'm sold on last year though. I am sold on.
He has a track record. That's the good part.
Yeah, and I've watched his offense, and his offense is like they have the signs and shit out there. You know, it's simple. Go, and with the speed that Miami has, it's going to be a lot of timeouts by defenses. Like they can't get lined up. Miami has world star track athletes out there. I mean, you're not going to be able to get lined up fast enough for that tempo that he's going to throw at you.
Yeah, I think it just matters the track record, and that's same with quarterback play. Like last year, maybe people were sold on Tate or Jaron because of high school, but I mean they didn't really have anything behind them. But with Derk King, you know he can play.
Yeah,
he's done it all on the highest stage on ESPN. National game, 5 touchdowns, you know, like he's real.
It's the same offense that he played at Houston, so that goes a long way as well. Then you got one of his old linemen coming over with him, so now you got some familiarity. Yeah. So I think some continuity is there for him.
Yeah,
that's why we want to see. That's why we want to see a season so bad because Miami fans been starving for this. Like we've been starving for everything to be unleashed, and we have not unleashed. We have not done it, and so not being able to have a season this year, it just stings a little bit more, man. Because of the way the season ended last year, it was like, and Chevy, no, a lot of people saying we'll see the NFL. I'm telling you, we might see the NFL, but I could promise you, if one player dies from the coronavirus during the NFL season,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yeah,
it's going to be 100 million lawsuits.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you. So we can say what we're going to see and what's going to happen. You let one person die,
and it's over. Same with high school football. Same with college football. It barely happens, but the second one kid dies, it's over.
It's over. It's over. I'm telling you, one person dies, over with. Yeah. And there's going to be a shit. It's not going, and it's not just going to be a shitstorm in the United States. Oh, every country's going to kill. Every country, every country that's not doing sports is going to kill us.
I was having a conversation with one of my followers on the Miami Hurricane Recruitment Watch, and they asked the question as far as, if we don't have a season, how does that affect, your incoming freshmen? How does it affect your outgoing seniors? So do these folks get a red shirt season? How would that work, Anthony?
They would probably red shirt them.
Spring, the NCAA, they guaranteed like another year of eligibility to the baseball guys in the spring sports. So I'm sure they'd end up doing the same thing. Or something I've heard, they might cancel the first semester of school, right? So everything's virtual. Maybe they bring back football and all these sports in the spring. But for sure, they'll grant them an extra year of eligibility. I think it's definitely going to be a mess because the NFL canceled their supplemental draft, which means that guys can't go. There's kind of like a summer draft that they do, and not a lot of people get. It's like it's a weird process where teams could give up a draft pick in the actual draft for someone in the supplemental, and they canceled it this year. So it could be a weird influx of players.
Yeah, I think the question too was, if that did happen, now you're talking about, okay, now you got next year a whole bunch of redshirt freshmen. Now you got another class of freshmen. How would that all play out?
Yeah. I mean, this is uncharted territory in the history of this world. So there is no answers. There is no answers. What happens? Like, every day the world is gonna keep going. People are gonna get older, no matter what's going on. People get older. Everything happens. But the one thing I can guarantee you is if they were to play,
one guy dies
and one person dies, it is over with.
Yeah.
Yeah. There'll probably be waivers, no? Or
no, you can't.
From a lawsuit.
I'm trying to figure out what kid is going to sign a waiver. I'm not letting my kid sign a waiver. I'm not letting
Yeah.
Hurricane Logan. I don't see
There is a
nothing.
season. There's for sure going to be a contract or something, and there'll definitely be some kids that end up doing that.
Yeah, because this is what talking about signing waivers.
Yeah.
Mine wouldn't.
Mm.
My child would not sign a waiver.
Can't blame
There's
him.
no way. There's no way. Why am I signing a waiver? I'm not signing a waiver going to work. My job was to tell me you got to sign a waiver in order to keep working here. Well, you might gonna fire me. I ain't signing a waiver. If I get sick and die, you're not even gonna take care of my family. Sign that. Basically, that's giving away all your rights.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not giving away my rights. No. It's for you to make millions. Because the NCAA is, if you sign waivers, you're basically, they're going to make millions. And what are you getting out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, no, hell no. I'm not signing no. I don't think that might be unconstitutional to have. Man, you crazy. I would not sign a waiver to play football to make somebody else rich and I ain't getting. Now, NFL might can do that, but the players union wouldn't allow that. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's definitely going to be difficult. It's definitely going to be difficult for that to happen. There you go. What's going on, Hurricane Logan?
What up? How you doing?
I'm good. You hold on. What happened? What happened with Anthony?
I'm good. My bad.
Okay. I was hoping I didn't do nothing wrong.
Oof.
It's me, Anthony, Derek, and you. What's going on? What's going on, man?
What's up, bro? I've just been listening for a good minute. I had to charge my phone, so.
Okay, I
What's
got
your
you.
name? What's your name?
That's Hurricane Logan. He's
Okay.
United States Armed Forces, United States Army,
Thanks
and
for your
diehard Hurricane fan. So
Appreciate
thank you
it.
for the service.
Absolutely.
What's going on, little bro?
Nothing. I'm just listening in, you know. I'm happy with what's going on, but I'm just ready to see it on the field. And I mean, I don't even know if we're gonna see it on the field, unfortunately.
I think it's gonna be tough. I think
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be tough, man. I'm serious. I don't know. I think we all in agreement that it's going to be tough for this season to have a season, man. And I would love to see a season. I want to know how it's gonna happen.
Yeah. The ACC is putting out a statement late July. Well, they put one out yesterday saying, you know, we're reviewing everything. We're gonna have a statement late July, which we'll see. Because right now, Pac-12 canceled non-conference play. You know, it could be tomorrow or the week after that. The Big 12 says, "Nah, we're not playing. That's it." So we'll see what that statement is. I mean,
Now, I can't say this. We had a shitstorm on the show earlier today. Listen, if the ACC says if we're gonna have a season and all conference agree that we're not playing any out of conference games, if the ACC allows Notre Dame to play ACC games, I am going to have a fit. I'm cursing everybody. Do not allow them bastards to come on to the ACC
the commissioner
platform.
already said it. He
Huh?
already said it. Commissioner already said it.
He said what?
Well, in terms of schedule already, Notre Dame has 4 ACC games, right? And they put out a statement saying if Notre Dame, obviously if they go into conference only, that the ACC is going to adjust so Notre Dame can get ACC games.
Yeah, that already came out.
It's happening.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why let them
Because of
bitches
Notre Dame, you know why?
fuck Notre Dame?
You know why?
Fuck Notre. Why allow them bitches? It's not about money. It's not a. Listen to me, man. So basically, what you're saying is, ACC. What you're saying is, I'm somebody's bitch. That's what the ACC is saying. I'm somebody's.
NCAA is when it comes to
No,
Notre
this
Dame.
is not NCAA. This is ACC.
I'm just saying as a whole, just as a
I'm
collective.
talking about ACC. I'm talking about the
Yes.
ACC. I'm talking
Yes.
because there's no. They are not a football. They are not an ACC football team. They're not.
Right.
So how are you going to allow them to play ACC football games? How are you going to allow them to have a season?
Just
They're
like how
independent.
just like how they can be independent football, but then they're in the conference of basketball.
That's different. Then force them to be in the conference in football. Then
They've been making their own rules ever since they've been around.
you know what, man? I don't.
They're only independent when it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think we lost Zoe.
I was
So
going to say
Hurricane
either that or
Logan,
he saw a ghost.
he's been having issues with his feed for the last couple of weeks. But Hurricane Logan, since you've got a chance to listen to Anthony Euro, you got any questions for him? I've been trying to see if folks got some questions for Anthony while he's here.
No, not really. I couldn't really think of any questions. I mean, there were so many things that was being said by everybody that I was nitpicking and picking out. But I mean,
Yeah.
I agree with how everybody on the show as a whole feels. One thing I noticed though is I don't think Jaren had a good game against Florida. I think he did for being on a neutral game against Florida and Miami, but I don't think he had a good game, especially if you ask somebody like Jeff Thomas. I mean, I think a lot of people overlook the offensive line or overlook the quarterbacks and blame too much the O-line. But when you mean there's a mixture of when your O-line can't block, you're going to get sacks. And then if your quarterback holds on to the ball too long, you're going to get sacked. So it was definitely a mixture of that. But I do give him credit because it was his first game. He was straight up
that's what I meant. For a guy that had never touched the field, he looked like he knew what he was doing at least. Yeah, that's why I'm hoping when we see King, it looks like he already knows what he's doing, especially being somewhat familiar with this kind of system. Yeah, so. And in general, just having a track record, like the stats, they speak for themselves.
Having game experience, that's hard to substitute.
Yeah.
So you got it. That puts us in, I think, the good. I mean, then LSU kind of proved that whole transfer point. Ohio State. If you got some experienced quarterbacks coming, they can really turn your team around just one season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, me personally, I've never been a fan of the transfer portal because you only get 25 scholarships a year. So if you're a team that's already on track and you need a couple of them, that's fine. But when you sit there, and I'm not saying we didn't need King, but when you sit there and bring in like a senior who's only got 1 year, that's your whole. You just wasted a whole scholarship, of your 25.
That's a good point.
So, I mean, we can build on the transfer portal somewhat, but it really starts with recruiting and holding on to guys for at least 3 to 4 years, at least 3. You know what I'm saying?
I'm having bad luck with you, Derek. I just did a 2-hour stream today and last night. I'm having bad luck. I'm having for some reason. What the hell?
It's that South Carolina internet you got, man.
Hey, I just had a 2-hour and 36-minute stream. We had like 5 people on. I ain't get kicked off. I ain't get kicked off. They don't like me. I know it is. I just talked about Notre Dame.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna get kicked off again. So fuck Notre Dame.
But that's a good point that you have, Hurricane Logan. I'm thinking that too. Manny Diaz was trying to look at the best of both worlds, and wanting to get good quick. That's why he became the wizard of the transfer portal. So I mean, I got to respect him. I mean, he and his recruitment staff made the best out of transfer portal compared to any other school. I think they've succeeded the best with it.
Yeah, I'm glad they did it. To be honest with you, I
like the moves.
Yeah, because you taking the best. It's not like you taking sometimes the best of the best. We got 1 year left, and you have nobody to. Miami, our depth because of the sanctions, we didn't have depth neither. You know what I'm saying? Remember, it was so many years that we had no depth, and we still short on depth, really. So I mean,
yeah.
I just don't want to bank on the transfer portal. That's all, because
I don't think they're gonna bank on it.
A team like Arkansas, in I think 2 to 3 years, Arkansas is only gonna have 53 scholars on their team because they reached that limit.
Miami's not gonna bank on you. You better believe with all. See, a team like Arkansas, there's no high school football in Arkansas. I think, like he said, he was looking for some maturity and some leadership,
game experience,
and some good players and some experience to teach some of these guys. Because I mean. That's what you're kind of looking for. I just think that I don't know if he'll use it again. Really, he don't have to right now. Like you said, going out to the Palmetto 5, getting the Northwestern 5. There might not be room for transfer portal. You know what I'm saying? Players. You know what I'm saying? So teams like Alabama didn't have to use it. Teams like Georgia didn't really have to use it. But Miami, we needed it at the time. You know what I'm saying? But as they continue to build through the recruiting classes. You won't need it as much.
Yeah, I'm glad they did. I mean, they've won the transfer portal 2 years in a row. And last year they had 2 NFL guys out of the transfer portal, like KJ and Trayvon Hill. So it's like KJ led the team in receiving yards. Without him, how bad is that offense?
And fuck Notre Dame.
And then this year, transfer, we get a kicker for once.
Yeah, maybe.
Kicker.
I'm gonna wait till game time. I've never been a fan of kickers.
He's hit. I mean, he went off against Miami. That's for sure.
Hold on, timeout. You can't say you've never been a fan of kickers because there is one kicker in the history of this world. Well, it's two kickers.
Matt Bosher. I like Bosher.
But Matt Bosher is the greatest linebacker kicker in the history.
I take it back.
He's the greatest kicking hitter.
I take it back. Too. You're right.
He's the greatest linebacker kicker in the history. Him and Sean Taylor got the same lick. Oh my God. I love Matt. That's why I said I know you had to take that one back because you had to love Matt Bosher.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm up front. I'll be honest. I'll be first. I made a mistake. I own up my mistake.
I can give you, but there's only one. There's only one kicker. That's it. It's just one kicker. One kicker. I'm not a fan of kickers, but it's just one. We had a discussion today. I want to turn topic. We had a discussion today. All right, Miami we don't play a team during rivalry week. We don't have a rivalry game during rivalry week, and we was all trying to figure out who would be a good team to schedule for rivalry week. You know, rivalry week game, you got to have some type of history or something and stuff like that. So Pigskin Pete decided to come on. He decided to come into the chat. So like, and we was all for like an hour. Everybody throwing out teams. He like, no, that ain't gonna work. No, that ain't gonna work. They already playing somebody. No, that ain't gonna work. No history. He threw one name out there that don't have a rivalry game, and to me, I was like,
Nebraska,
that's perfect. Penn State.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
There's history there.
Mm-hmm.
There's history there. 5
interceptions of history or something like that.
There's history there. Exactly. There's history there. That one game was when Jerome Brown walked into the dinner or whatever, and they came in with the Army fatigues and that one game. They don't have it. I mean, they could hype that. They could play that one clip and make everybody watch that game. Watch them play every year. That one game.
I'd rather Penn State than UCF, man.
Huh?
Somebody said UCF.
Well, UCF plays USF, but no, Penn State. To me, that's they don't have a rivalry. They don't have a rivalry game.
Yeah,
we don't have one. To me, does that not make sense?
I'll pay see that.
Boston College.
Yeah.
Oh no, Boston College. They don't really. I mean, they had the Flutie thing, but
yeah, that
Penn State thing was legendary, man.
Even
though we lost that game because of the 5 interceptions, like to this day is pictures. You can pull up Jerome Brown. The first thing you're gonna see is him in Army fatigues, walking into the dinner against Penn State, saying, "We're not talking. We just gonna kick your ass." I mean, I would love that as a rivalry game. Penn State, I would love that as right. And then think about it, both home games, all whiteouts, both home games. Like it can be, to me, I think that would be something special. That other than getting LSU before they got with Texas A&M, because I wanted LSU as our rival game because they didn't have one, so I thought that would have been a great one. But since they have Texas A&M now, I would love to. I think Penn State, Miami would be, and it definitely would be must see TV. You can't tell me it wouldn't be. You couldn't tell me it wouldn't be an 8 o'clock game.
Mm-hmm. No question.
So it's just something to throw out there. I know I'm gonna hashtag that all over Twitter with my 8 followers on Instagram.
I want it at Hard Rock. I don't want it at Nittany Lions Stadium now.
No, rivalry is every year. One stadium in Pennsylvania 1 year, at Hard Rock 1 year. In Pennsylvania 1 year, at Hard Rock 1 year. That's how. I mean, that's what rivalry games are. The only team that don't do that right. The home and homes is the mighty Gator bitches.
Gator Bowl.
They play in Jacksonville against Georgia, which is some. Yeah. But rivalry week they play Florida State and they play home and home. Yeah. They're in Tallahassee or they're in Gainesville. So yeah, I would love to see Penn State. Anybody disagree with that? If so, tell me why. I would love to see that.
Hurricane Maverick mentioned Oklahoma. I wouldn't mind seeing Oklahoma.
Oklahoma has I think they have a rivalry game though.
Texas.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying in theory.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't mind like Oklahoma and Nebraska, even Notre Dame. I wouldn't care.
Notre Dame plays USC.
I know. That's
what I'm saying. We already did. That's what we was in the chat for.
They don't have like a key rival on rivalry week like us.
Yeah, we was in the chat for an hour, and all the teams that people wanted to play, already had a team. Like me, I wanted LSU. I think LSU and Miami would have been the perfect rival because to me, those two teams are alike in a lot of ways. With their swag and the way they play football in DBU and all, to me they're almost identical to each other, but they already have a team. So we was looking at teams that don't really have a rival in Penn State.
I'm assuming Washington has Washington State, or is it Oregon?
No, Washington is Washington State, Oregon is Oregon State.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's too far to go. It's like,
but it's a rivalry game, man.
I'm not going on with no damn Washington. I go to DC.
Right.
But we don't have no history with them.
I thought we did.
Not really. Not like Penn State. That game is synonymous, man. As soon as I say the Hurricane Locust, they have 5 interceptions.
How about FIU?
They're not at Power 5 team.
Oh yeah, sure. My bad.
It would help them
fight though.
Yeah, I want to see them play again though.
I want to see a play again, but I wouldn't want. Listen here, don't let a sleeping dog lie. FIU has money. They do have money. They're a state-funded school.
Yeah.
Miami don't need to be playing FIU and FAU every year because they're eventually going to get a little stronger.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. So let a sleeping dog lie.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to compete with FIU and FAU for 4 and 5 star talent. I don't want them to look good. Okay. Let them keep playing little small teams.
Yeah. This is off topic too. I'm not really relating to rivalry, but I want to play Georgia.
Oh, I want them bad.
I want to play Georgia so bad.
Really?
I want to play Georgia bad.
I want them, and I want to be sitting beside Uncle Lou during the game.
Nah, I honestly think Georgia's pretty much Miami. Like no offense, struggling quarterback, good defense, but I just think that they had a little bit more obviously talent than us. And I think there were other things set in play, but I just personally like even within maybe this season, next season, not that it can happen, but I'd love to see us play Georgia, maybe in a bowl game. I'd love it.
Or at the Benz in downtown Atlanta.
Yeah, that's where we be playing them at. Even if it's a bowl game, it will probably be in bowl games in Athens. They would flip the coin to where it happens in Athens, because SEC teams don't play outside of the SEC conference.
They'll have the Mercedes-Benz Stadium downtown.
That's
still might as well call it Athens.
That's my whole point. Like we're playing, we're playing. Anthony, how do you feel about this here? Like every year we played. Like last year we played Florida in Orlando, which was all the Florida players just walked to the game.
Exactly.
Now next year we're playing Alabama in Atlanta. They're gonna drive. They're riding in their mother station wagons and stuff to the game. And Miami players have to fly, and Miami fans have to fly, and it's like, how is this a?
I mean,
how
it happened with the
neutral site game
too.
Yeah, how is this a neutral site game?
Yeah. Well, I can lead back to the UF game. It definitely played a role. Like you said, they probably walked. They're on their skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
And then Miami had to obviously make the trip. I mean, you could also say with the LSU game a while back.
Yep.
Yeah, but I want to disagree with something. You said Georgia had a struggling quarterback. I'm a fan of Jake Fromm.
I wasn't
either. You think Jake is better than Justin?
Georgia's had good quarterbacks, but Jake Fromm I wasn't personally impressed with. No, not at all. Not want to talk as a Miami fan, but hey.
I knew Jake was going to cost them a championship. If they had Justin Fields on that squad last year, they would have won it all.
Yeah. He's not better than Justin Fields, that's for sure. But he's definitely a college star, I would say.
Mm. I think his problem is he didn't. When the light shined the brightest, he went dull. But you can also say
not an Oklahoma game though.
Not all the time. But their season was already over with then, right? Like, just think about it. See, I could be like two. It could be like two-headed monster. They were the South. Was it the South Carolina game that they lost? Which one of them games did they lost?
The one that they just kept. They had no motivation.
No, but think about it is a kicker that never missed 3 field goals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like a kicker that never misses.
They do with the goggles or whatever.
Yeah, because like I'm gonna tell you, if it's one team that give Georgia hell every single year, South Carolina.
Yep.
Okay. Every year.
Yeah.
They have South Carolina have knocked them out of national championship games.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so when your kicker that never misses kicks, because Jake Fromm did make some great drives in that game to get them in position to win.
Yeah.
And that kick, I was like, this dude what the hell happened to him?
But you know what else cost him that game though, Zoe? Kirby Smart coaching that game. That was the worst game he has coached his entire career at Georgia.
I think South Carolina I think the chickens got something on them, man. They got a voodoo curse on them damn game, on them damn dogs, man.
Apparently.
They play them like every year. I remember a couple years back before Mark Rick got to Miami, 2 years before he got to Miami, they was about to play for that championship game up in Georgia, and Steve Spurrier beat them. It was like,
yeah. I mean, Georgia loves to beat Florida, but South Carolina, that's always to me a more competitive matchup every year.
So I don't know. I think Kirby Smart's a little overrated. I think he started smelling himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think he started smelling himself. When you listen, man, when you're a defensive guy, stop telling offensive guys what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a big problem with Kirby Smart, and that's going to be his problem. That's going to be his downfall. He's not Nick Saban. He thinks he's Nick Saban. He's not Nick Saban.
I mean, the thing with Kirby that I've noticed, which is kind of funny to me because I know Georgia fans hated Mark Richt, but he's pretty much a Mark Richt 2.0 as far as the same records that they have and the same amount of seasons right now. They have the same similar records, and the big game hasn't. Obviously, we've seen how the big games have went. So
I think the only difference is they went to
and he's not an offensive guy.
I think the only difference they went to a national championship game. That was the only difference, but everything else is 100% correct. And
but that's the thing too, man. It's like the Georgia fans who say that, like, it just annoys me because it's like I'd rather win a national championship game than go to one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I would, because like if I don't win that game, then what am I gonna do? Brag about the one I won in the '80s and it's 2020?
But no, you can't. But that's kind of hard to. I don't want to lose no games, and national championship game is the hardest game to lose.
Exactly, especially with how ours have went.
But I want to go to the national championship. I want to be in that position to win. I don't want to be like the Buffalo Bills going 0-4, But if you was to tell me Miami would go to 4 national championship games in the next 4 years and win 2 out of 4, I would take that.
Absolutely.
I would take that for real. I'd be like, what 2 we gonna win? What 2 we gonna lose? So
I'd rather lose in this championship.
I would take that. So because Clemson. Look at Clemson. They lost and won and lost and won. I mean, what are they 2? Are they 2-1 or 2-2 in over the last couple of years? Clemson.
Honestly, I don't know. I just know they beat Ohio State 31-0, and that's why I like them.
Yeah, I know they won 2. They beat Alabama and they beat Ohio State. But they lost to Alabama, I think, too. And they lost.
Yeah, I thought they lost Alabama the first time. Yeah.
And who did LSU beat last year? Was it Clemson?
Yep.
Yeah. So they're 2-2. So I'm pretty sure they're relevant. Their recruiting is affecting that. The problem with Georgia is like they just, like what Logan said, it's not like they go 2-2. They just don't win. They just don't win. They get rid of that damn lazy dog and get a pit bull.
It's like they play tight for some reason. When the pressure is on, they play tight. And I watched them for years, living in Georgia for 30 years. And that's what it boils down to. It seems like they'll just mow everyone down left and right. Then they get to the games that really count, the games that really matter, and then they just play tight. Or the games that just befuddle you. Like you said, South Carolina could be 1-9, and they'll play UGA and beat them. I mean, it just they just play tight when they get late in the season. In particular, is when they tend to lose too.
Yeah.
Somebody just told me to chill on their Bills, man. How you lose 4 straight? 4 straight.
I still remember the miracle in Nashville. I love that. That was the best play in NFL history to me.
How you lose 4 straight Super Bowls? You can't try to do that shit. You can't 4 straight.
Yeah. Richard Hill said UGA, if Fields had stayed. Yeah, Richard, I'm telling you, that was the biggest mistake. Kirby Smart hooked his wagon to the wrong quarterback. And I was in Athens when he transferred. I met Justin Fields.
They
And I'm
let the
telling you, I
fan
told
base.
everybody who will, every UJ fan that would listen, him leaving, that's gonna be the biggest mistake Kirby Smart ever made. And you're not going to win a championship.
Kirby Smart let the fan base control what happened there.
Yeah, he did.
He let the fan base control what happened there.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
So
boy.
I mean,
They needed Mike Vick for a coach. Do you see that comment?
All right, listen, man. Leave Vic alone. Leave Vic alone, man. I got pit bulls.
Yeah.
And you come here, they're gonna treat you a little differently. I can promise you that. I breed. I got nothing but I got dogs. I don't even know if they like vampires. I don't even know if they eat dog food. My dog, I love my pit bull. The only dog for me, and my Yorkie. Yeah, my little Yorkie. But nah, you need. The only dog that they have is one on the sideline, and he's always laying down, slobbering. And then I think he died after the other dog. That dog died after they lost the national championship, and they replaced it with another one. So he choked on the bone and really died for real. Can't even eat his damn dog food right.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I remember. I think Texas played Georgia. I think it was Georgia, but the Texas mascot went crazy and like scared the hell out of the little bulldog, and it started running. It was like I was dying laughing because they showed it when the game came back on. What happened? And that was just some funny ass stuff right there because that little dog just like ran and like you see this big ass like cow or whatever the hell their mascot is just like going after him.
Hey nephew, they harmless as long as you don't break in. They harmless as long as you don't break in. You got one, you know they harmless as long as if I allow you in, they're good to you. If you break in, you might not make it out.
Logan, I remember that one game against Auburn where that Uga had tried to take a bite out of that wide receiver.
Yeah, he wanted to bite somebody, but if another dog would have bit him, he'd have curved. He ran just like they players. They players bite up on little teams, and when they play against big teams, they cur out. Georgia sucks. Uncle Lou, listen. I don't know if you're watching. I don't know if you're watching or in the chat or whatever. Listen, man. As long as you root for the University of Georgia, you can say whatever you want to say about Miami. See, I've watched us win 5 national championships. I have my rings. I've watched us win 5. I was alive for all 5. I actually went to Pasadena with my grandfather. God bless the day. Went to Pasadena with my grandfather. I was in the stadium for that game against Nebraska. I watched the first play with Andre Johnson. I was there. See, that's the history that I have. Uncle Lou, I was 4 years old the last time y'all won. I think you're younger than me. Listen, you're going to be miserable for the rest of your life as long as you continue to root for Georgia. You already changed. You already got your name as Uncle Lou, like Uncle Luke. So if you want to eventually see a championship, you come on. You talk about Miami so much, you might just come on over here, man.
That's what I'm saying. You already got Uncle Lou. You got Uncle Luke. You got you cover Miami more than any other team. So.
I mean, Uncle, let's just serious, man. Your team is trash, man. It's like they're basuto, bro. They're garbage. They don't deserve to be in the SEC East, which has Kentucky, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, South Carolina. It's not like y'all world beaters over there, man. Bunch of teams that freaking suck, guy, and you can't never get the job done. How is it that Florida, you guys have had more talent than Florida, and Florida has won with who was the first quarterback they won with? I forgot who was the first quarterback.
Oh God, you're talking back in.
I know the last 2
like days.
I know the last 2. One was a child molester, and one was a ordained cricket minister. And Tebow, Tebow and Lee.
Yeah.
One was a child molester, and one was a cricket preacher. So
hey, the only thing I remember about Tebow is when he was crying on the sideline after losing to Bama.
Yeah, Danny Warfel.
I'll never forget that.
Danny Warfel.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Danny.
Like days, Spurrier days.
And so even they got 3. Why is it that Georgia is in? I think a lot of people that watch, and Anthony, you watch a lot of high school football. Yeah. There's a lot of talent in the Atlanta area. They are
Georgia as a state.
But the Atlanta area by itself is they're comparable with the Miami area. I'm serious.
Oh, yeah.
They whoa. They are comparable with the Miami area. They are.
Yeah, if you look in the NFL,
They're
a lot
there.
of the stars in the NFL are from a lot of them are from Georgia.
Yeah,
The reason why Florida and those other schools won all those years, Auburn, because they were Georgia players that were recruited by those schools.
I mean, if I were to say it myself, and this is my opinion, it'd be Florida, Georgia,
Me too.
Texas, Cali.
Me too. That's how I put it. That's how I put
Texas.
it. That's exactly how I put it.
That's good.
I put Cali ahead of Texas a little bit though.
Especially when it comes to quarterbacks, bro. Cali.
Yeah.
And that's why I put Cali ahead of Texas. I think Cali players are a lot tougher. I think Texas players are more spoiled. I think they got too much nice shit.
I think
Have you seen
Georgia
that one
players
stadium?
Georgia players have the fundamentals, and Miami players got the pure athleticism.
Yeah, but Georgia players got athleticism too. Like them cats in Atlanta, it's unfucking.
But they don't
I've been
touch
to them games.
The speed in Florida is crazy.
But the speed in Atlanta's crazy. Like they have, like you really have. Do me a favor, really go look at like Atlanta, Georgia, and those surrounding areas, bro. You look at, matter of fact, look at their track teams. I am serious. There is talent there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just not as much as it is in the county of Dade. You know what I'm saying? Because you got West Palm Beach, Broward, Dade. You know what I'm saying?
State as a whole.
Yeah. But I'm just talking about that area. I'm talking about that. Yeah. I'm comparing that area to Miami area.
Yeah.
It's comparable. Miami's still better.
Yeah.
But Atlanta's comparable.
Yeah.
So when Georgia's getting all these players from that area, they get anything they want from that area. And then they get a lot from North Florida. Then they get a lot from South Carolina. It's a lot of talent in South Carolina. Believe me. Jadavion Clown, all up listed. Burns High School. It is 4 or 5 high schools up here in South Carolina that's nationally ranked. Mm-hmm. And those players go to Georgia. Richard Seymour went to Georgia. He's from right. He has a house 2 neighborhoods down from me. You know what I'm saying? Those guys, listen, it's some talent, and Georgia gets them all. They get their pick of the litter in this region. Now Clemson's starting to get a lot of them.
They do now since the Kirby Smart era. Before Kirby Smart, they were going to Auburn, Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, a lot of them was going to Georgia too, because Richard Seymour went to Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to Georgia. But
it's definitely better now than it was.
So why they can't win?
Coaching.
The last team in the state of Georgia win the national championship, Georgia Tech, the Ramley Wreck.
I was at that game in Orlando.
At the national championship game?
Yep.
What year was that?
90.
99? Yeah, that was a while ago. Damn, I was what, 14? I was 14.
Yeah, I was in high school.
You're not older than me.
I was in high school.
I was 14.
I was like,
I was 14, high school.
15. Yeah.
14
I was 14.
Year.
Well, how old are you, Derek?
I'm 46.
Oh, you are older than me. I thought older than you. Yeah, I was I think in the 9th grade. That's why I said I know. I thought you were younger than me.
When was this?
1990.
90. Yeah, they played at the Citrus Bowl.
You wouldn't know nothing about those years, Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2003.
You're like Uncle Lou the last time Georgia won a national championship. He would not remember that. He wouldn't know nothing about those years. Yeah, I'm killing Uncle Lou right now because I'm tired of him talking shit about Miami. Always talking shit about Miami. And his team is straight garbage, trash, basudo. They'll never win nothing. They're garbage. They can't even eat. You can't put water on their dog food. They won't even eat it then. They don't have no teeth. They have no bite. Fuck a bulldog. Garbage ass. They need to change their colors to pink and yellow or some shit like that instead of red and black. Got tough colors for them bunch of bitches.
I'm saying that Georgia Tech's gonna do some damage. Miami better win the Coastal, or Georgia Tech going to do somebody.
Who said that?
I think Georgia Tech's got 2 or 3 more years before they can get back into doing damage. But I do agree with you. 2 or 3 years, yeah.
He said, LOL, Georgia is way better than Miami. Not championship-wise, homie.
Yeah.
Not championship.
And in terms of high school, too?
No, he's just talking about Georgia. He's saying Georgia is way better than Miami. Listen, this first off, this is coming from a Gator. You probably hit the meth pipe before you even came into the chat. So we not even going to talk about you because we know that's all y'all do down there is ride pontoon boats and smoke meth pipes.
So you know the weird thing is if you watch some of the Georgia YouTubers when they lost to South Carolina, all their complaints with that game are the same complaints that us Miami fans have had with our team for countless seasons. But then, like, it's like I don't understand, like people just forget stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how can you sit there and come at us and preach that? But then, like, when y'all lost to South Carolina, you were preaching the same stuff that we preach. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's how you deflect it. I'm Gator fan. Let me explain something to you. I'm gonna end this conversation real quick. Like, you bitches ran from us. You continue to run from us.
Yeah.
So you can't don't.
Gators,
we got 5, y'all got 3. Listen, you run from us consistently. You bitches are scared for a home. We just tried to do a home and home with y'all after the wasn't, and y'all declined it again. So don't ever open your mouth until you go to that school, slap that punk ass president in the mouth, and say, "Be a man and play Miami the way Florida State does." Because the one thing I respect about Florida State is they would probably have 10 or 15 national championships if they didn't play us.
Yep.
But you bitches only got 3, and y'all didn't even play us. Y'all didn't even win the state of Florida. When y'all won, like every time Florida State won, they won the state of Florida.
Yeah, I think we can agree that
we couldn't win the state of Florida because y'all ran from us. And the year that we should have won the national championship, when we played y'all bitches when y'all couldn't run, and in 2000 when we played y'all when y'all couldn't run, the score was like 75-2. Miss me, like, for real. Stop running. Stop running. Just like, stop running. The Pythons done ran y'all ass up out of Gainesville. Don't have me come down there and run the rest of y'all up out of there. Stop
I think
running.
We can agree that we have more respect. We have more respect for FSU than UF. That's for sure.
They're a bunch of bitches. They scared to play Georgia in the home and home. Like, serious? Who does this?
Yeah.
Like, they're scared to play Georgia in the home. They refuse to play Georgia in the home and home, so they play them in Jacksonville every year. What the? Florida and Notre Dame, or they make me throw up every time I think about them.
Florida's the king of producing draft bust, NFL bust,
bust, and death row inmates and pedophiles. And
well, Saban was on his way for the first few years in Alabama.
Yeah,
he turned it around.
But he was producing championships with it. Florida wasn't producing championships with it.
True.
You know, I'm telling. I mean, that's the unique thing about the University of Miami. Yeah. Is there's no school that has more, like, when you put championships, Hall of Fame, college Hall of Famers, NFL Hall of Famers. I think we're number 1 in those. Like, I mean, it's like all of our national champions are Hall of Famers damn near, except for like Kent Dorsey. But I'm like, a lot of our major players on that are Hall of Famers in college and in the NFL. Florida can't say that. Tebow might make the Hall of Fame. They might give him a what's that shit called when you an honorary degree? When you might give him an honorary green jacket. His jacket gonna be green. We're gonna have 2 yellow stripes down the back because they want Tebow to be great so bad that he may make it to the NFL Hall of Fame by being an analyst or some shit like that. Because they want him to be great so bad at something. Like, I hate Florida. Fuck Florida, man. I remember I was rooting for Tennessee that year so bad. I was against Florida State when Tennessee beat Florida State. But like, I just hate Florida. Oh God. Another team, like, they run, their fans have more balls than they got. Like,
I think their fans just get shots with Mullen's wife now, and that's why they're so loyal.
Yeah. And she's probably smoking meth with them too. And they pontoon boats. Anthony, I know you probably like, this dude crazy, but this is who I am, man. I talk shit. I love football with a passion. I hate the Gators. I hate Notre Dame. The two teams I hate the most are Gators and Notre Dame. I hate Notre Dame with a passion, and it's because of that Catholics versus convicts. You have the nerve to have a bunch of pedophiles calling kids convicts, like, for real. Well, when those pedophiles go to jail, I hope they go to PC.
So they should make that mandatory documentary material to show all recruits in South Florida before they decide to make a choice to go anywhere.
No, and then they should show the list of how many Catholic.
That's the thing, is they don't even care anymore. They just care about playing time more than anything, honestly.
Yeah, I think they cared about playing time a lot back in the days. It just, I'm expecting to see, when I was growing up, like, people say athletes are a lot different. They're not really that much different. They're bigger, faster, and stronger because they usually play one sport. But I can guarantee you, if they had Twitter, Facebook, or IG, mostly every college player would be in prison right now from every team. Like for real.
I just think there's no teams out there with the generation athletes, and like no disrespect, but like our 2001, 2002 team, like our running back backup, Sean Taylor was a backup. Like we just had talent on talent backups. And I think when you look at guys like that and that era up to date with that talent, they wouldn't be on the same team. They'd be on different teams starting. But I think that's what made us so great was not only the talent, the depth, and the loyalty to stick around.
I don't think it was loyalty.
Well,
I think they had no choice. They couldn't transfer the way they could now. They didn't have the freedom.
Yeah, that's why I can't stand the transfer portal.
No, it's not. But see, I can because, like, all right, why hold somebody hostage? Like, you all right, if you know you can play, why hold somebody hostage? Why hold them? I'm gonna tell you this here. It's two sides of that story. The first side is what you see about the players transferring and leaving. But the one side that you don't see is if a 3-star signs with the University of Miami, right? So
what the coaches are doing.
No, it's something different. This is some backroom shit. If a 3-star signs with the University of Miami, right, before signing day, right? Say he signed a day before signing day, and that was the last roster spot. And the next day, it got one more. That was the last roster spot. And the next day, they have a 5-star run that they really wanted bad. They can kick that 3-star out. Say we don't need you. And it happens a lot. It happens a lot in college football where players get kicked to the side for another player.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So why shouldn't players have the same opportunity to do the same thing?
That's where I do agree with you, where I do agree with the transfer portal, because what you said, and then when you have people that get treated like Nkosi has, who hasn't transferred, but like I think that happens a lot on teams too, where players get treated like Nkosi Berry has gotten treated. And that's when I do feel like it's right for them to obviously go wherever it is that they can sit there and shine their talent that they worked so hard for since they were a kid playing football, you know?
But the other aspect of it too is they get recruited by these coaches heavily. They develop these rapport, these coaches, and the coaches say, hey, you know what? Got a better contract up the road. See you later.
Exactly.
So,
I can't stand that.
You know, that's the main reason they passed it. The NCAA finally agreed to allow the transfer portal to be more flexible for that very reason, because coaches had all this flexibility to say, hey, you know, I recruited you, but guess what? I'm going to leave you. And a lot of
everything on I-75. The Pythons took over I-75. That's what took over. I'm going to start talking to you. You got to donate to the channel. You want to talk to me. You ain't talking no more.
Just bring up Georgia Southern and end it at that.
Yeah. I mean, but see, like it's so that's the other side of the thing. The players have you have a short football life.
Mm-hmm.
You have a short football life. Like for your football life is real short. So there is no loyalty when it comes to money. Like these, I put it away
at Miami, bro.
I mean, at any school, just think about this right here, man. If you paid me, we're talking about how much money these schools are going to lose if they don't play, right? How much money the NCAA is going to lose. So if money wasn't that important, if you're just saying these kids are getting a free scholarship, well, they're getting a scholarship, they get a free, you shouldn't even worry about the season, right? But they know they're going to lose billions of dollars. Yep. And then most college towns, like it's going to double. We lost Logan. It's going to double. Your tuition is going to double.
Yeah.
So when we do this, I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna put it in the stream back in the chat in case somebody else want to jump on. When we talk about whether or not we should have a football season, that's why I say let's talk about whether or not we should start paying some of these kids. You know, because you don't have a football season, it's going to destroy the economy in a lot of these states. The cities, a lot of these small cities like Gainesville that has nothing else to do. Pontoon boats and see Miami, they're going to be able to do other stuff. Gainesville, they only can ride pontoon boats and smoke meth, so they're not going to have a lot to do. They're not going to have a lot to do in Gainesville. That's what they're going to. Everybody in Gainesville is going to be looking like zombies.
Yeah,
everybody. When we look like Pookie from New Jack City. Everybody. Yeah. So,
all right.
Anthony, I like your energy, man. You young guy. Like serious.
Yeah.
And I know I'm talking like I'm grown. I hope your parents don't get mad at me. Tell them don't curse
No.
me out. I don't want to get beat up when I get to Florida. What school are you going to?
What do you mean, like university or what high school
No,
I'm at?
what high school are you going to?
I go to LaSalle.
Oh, you go. Oh, wow. And
Yeah.
what college are you looking at?
I mean, the dream is UM. You know, hopefully I can. It would be like a hotspot since I'm trying to develop relationships here. You know,
And they
help
have
my
a great
career.
film school too. They have a great audio film school.
Yeah, it's but you know, I'm looking at like top journalism schools. Anywhere. I still keep on planning to grow this brand. So wherever works, as long as I can become like the best journalist possible, then I'm good.
Well, I'll tell you what, this
Yeah.
platform is open for you anytime you want.
Absolutely.
This platform is open
Yeah.
for you anytime you want.
No, and it's good because you know, I like to chat and know what the hot topics are, you know, here at UM. And like you, like a diehard fan, you guys, you know, I gotta catch up a little bit.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You do what you're doing. Don't rush yourself. You keep, because the way you're doing it right now, you're growing at a young age, and you're growing, and you're articulate. You know how to speak. You know a lot of the history. For a young man at 17 years old, to know as much history as you know. Like I wouldn't know the history at that age, and
Yeah.
you've already started things. Believe me, you're gonna teach me a lot. Derek could tell you, I'm all for learning. You know what I'm saying? And like there's one thing I like about young people is y'all have no filter.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have no filter. Like it's like whatever comes out comes out, and old people need that sometimes. Like I'm old ass man, we need that sometimes. So
Yeah.
your content is great. I'm definitely gonna you can share it on the 1219 fan page, Facebook page, Hurricane Facebook page. If you want to share. You don't have to share the articles, but you can share your page over there. At the end of this chat, you know what I'm saying, go in the comment section and share your page or whatever in the chat, and I'll try to pin it to the top. And I'm telling you, like, seriously, I like what you're doing. Derek said you was a very intelligent young man, and I was like, okay, you know, I'll see. I said I never heard of him. I think the one thing you need to do is get you some more pictures out there.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to find some pictures of you on the internet, and I couldn't find many. So you need to
Yeah. It just
on your Facebook page, whatever, however you want to do it, you know, get you a few more pictures out there.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can when you're posted, because people gonna want to know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna want to know who you are. They're gonna want to put a face to the that's social media area.
Yeah.
You know it. You know more about. So I can barely turn my computer on.
I started doing that a little more through we do like IG lives. You know what that is? IG live.
Yeah.
I do it with like interviews. You know, my name has gotten out there a little more, and since everything we've been doing is virtual, it's kind of hard for me to do like be on the camera. You get me?
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about IG Live is I've tried to do it, but they don't allow you to post what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
usually
what
what I do, I'll make it like I'll do the IG live, right? Usually it doesn't have as many viewers, maybe 20 viewers. But once I'm done, I'll touch it up a little bit, and then I'll just post it like formally. Like sometimes people post it without editing out like yo, what's up guys? I'm waiting for this guy to get in here.
Yeah.
Instead, I'll cut it to the point where he gets there, and then it's already like entertaining.
Well, we'll definitely invite you on, especially in the football season, because I'm all for what happened to Orange Green Blood. What the hell happened to Orange Green Blood?
The Notre Dame comment.
No, Orange Green Blood is a Hurricane. That's my boy. He gonna text me out there and talk shit. Come on back, Orange Green Blood. But no, like I say, anytime, like if you feel like you want to do a topic or something, you feel like you got something you want to talk about, hit Derek up and hit me up, and we'll let you on and say what you got to say, man. I'm all for growth and development, man. I'm all for like I want to see everybody win.
Absolutely.
I want to see everybody win. Let me let Orange Greenblood say a few things to you. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, fellas?
I see you finally found out how to hook up StreamYard, huh?
Man, that's T2Y for you right there, bro.
He got you hooked up. He did me right too.
Yeah, he had me on the other night, man. That was pretty cool of him.
Yeah.
He's an awesome guy. Him and CJ. I give CJ a hard time about Tate Martell.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that. What
Sounds
you
very
know,
creative.
Derek, and we have a young man that's 17 years old that's already a journalist and knows a lot about football. His name is Anthony, and he's going to be coming on and doing and giving his opinion on, you know what I'm saying, on University of Miami and some high school football things that's going on down there. And glad to have him a part of the family, man. Hey,
Hey man, he sounds very intelligent. He's got a leg up on the competition his age.
Yes, he does.
He sure does.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he can go to any school he wants to. He's already doing it. He's already learning the hard way, and I
Mhm.
mean, that's how everybody comes up. The school of hard knocks. It's just better, brother, to go ahead and get it out of the way before you hit the before you hit college. That way you know what you want to do, where you want to go, what you want to cover, and we all
Mhm.
behind you, brother, for sure.
Definitely check out his page, 305sports.net.
oh yeah, I'll
Awesome
be
content.
subscribed. I'll be subscribed to it. As soon as if I didn't do this, is my third show today, and this show has been going on for I don't know how long. How long this show been going on?
An hour
Hour
41.
and 40 minutes. You
And
better
my-
than me, bro. 'Cause
And my first show was my first show was like an hour. My second show was 2 hours and 36 minutes.
yeah.
It's my third
Wow.
show today. It's a job.
Well, if I could just chime in real quick, thank you, Anthony, for coming on. I appreciate, you accepting my invite. And as expected, you brought
said me accepting your invite. Oh, you talking about Anthony? I
Anthony.
was saying I ain't got no choice. Shit, you run the show more than me.
And really appreciate it, and don't forget to also follow me on Twitter, Derek Mobley 2, numerical 2, and also at Mobley Media as well. And Zoe, I'm gonna head out, bro, but thank you for the opportunity.
Oh no,
Thank you
thank
for
you,
having
my
me.
brother. And I got you. I got you too.
Man.
Huh?
We appreciate you, Derek. We really do. You bring great content, brother. We appreciate it.
Thank you, and I appreciate you guys for chiming in and listening. And tell your friends, man. I know there's probably some folks who maybe didn't listen this year. Maybe they quit last year. Have your friends come back and listen. We're gonna keep doing things on this channel, okay?
Sure thing,
And
brother.
Derek is my alter
I got
ego.
a crazy,
Derek, my
I
alter
got
ego.
a crazy sister that
Okay.
I got a crazy sister that Zoe knows. So me and her
Yeah.
hook up, and watch you guys all the time.
Yeah, Derek's my alter ego. When I go to cursing people out, Derek is the one on the left shoulder saying, "So shut the fuck up, stop cursing." So do it a little bit different.
All right, so one love, man.
One love, man. I got you. I'm gonna see you tonight.
All right.
All right.
Derek.
Talk to you guys later.
All right.
Thank you. Take care.
So now it's down to me, Orange and Green Blood and Anthony. So
Sir.
so I had to switch my frame back and get my show my little hurricane memorabilia.
Yeah, when did you start doing this?
gotta rock my chain.
When did you start doing this?
Huh?
When did you start your channel?
I was the first YouTube Miami Hurricane YouTube live video maker 6 years
Yeah.
ago. I wasn't the first Miami Hurricane YouTube maker. I was the first one to do live videos. The first ones would have been like All About the U83 and Kane Shades and guys like that. But going live and hitting comment sections and all of that, I did that because I used to work for ESPN and radio here in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm from New York. And I lived in Florida for a while. My family's Choctaw Nation in Sanford, so we have our own reservation in Sanford. So I lived in Florida. I lived in Panama City. I lived in St. Pete. Lived in Tampa. I lived in Miami. But when I moved to South Carolina, I used to call into a radio station, ESPN radio, and a guy by the name of shout out Dwayne Everett owned the station. So I used to call in and talk shit. He asked me to come in and host the show. I came in and I started doing it from there. And then when I stopped doing that, I got tired of listening to Kane's All Ass Kiss. I got tired. That's what I call them, Kane's All Ass Kiss. I got tired of listening to them because they don't do interviews. They don't ask the guests. They don't ask for guests. They don't ask the fans what they think. They don't ask the fans what they think. So and 940 Wins is a Gator affiliate, and they never ask the fans what they think. And then the WQAM, they don't take phone calls. So I was like, you know what, man? I'm gonna start doing phone calls. And that's when I really start blowing up. When I start doing phone.
Oh, you cut out. Damn, it happened again.
Well, I
Yeah.
have to say that Zoe was one of the first ones. I mean, the first one, and he paved the way for a lot of people like Junior and Big Dog and the Wholesome one and
Paul Scoop.
Coop right in there with him and everything. But
Have
he
you seen
really
Paul?
paved the way for a lot of people. You know, if it wasn't for Zoe, you know, helping all these guys get started, you know, as far as like Junior and the Big Dog, sending people over to their channel, getting to know them, getting on their channel and having chats with them and whatnot. A lot of these guys owe a lot too, though. I mean, I know I do. Just as a friend, you know, he went through a hard time there and everything, and a lot of us here in the chat, you know, hung in there with him. We could tell something was up with him, you know, wouldn't pry or nothing, but he let us in on it, and I tell you what, he's a class A guy. He really is.
Absolutely. Today's my first day meeting him, but great guy. I like outgoing people, especially Canes
He's
fans.
one you would want in your back, you know, getting you back in a bar fight. I guarantee you this.
Yeah.
So, he's a great guy. Hey, well, while I got you, what I guess on a scale from 1 to 10, what do you think our offense is going to look like this year?
Well, for once, there's a quarterback that's competent, right? Well, I wouldn't say for once, but definitely there's a quarterback with a track record who filled up stats 2 years ago, and even last year before he redshirted. Good offensive coordinator. Unlike Enos, you know, this guy has produced top tier offenses in college football. I think we're gonna have a really good offense. Really good offense. They have receivers. They have running backs. Hopefully, with Chaney and Knighton, they could produce as freshmen. The O line last year relying on freshmen, you know, didn't really work out. And now they got a couple of transfers and the guys grew up. So I think the offense, if there's a season, it'll be good.
I believe so. As far as Derek King goes, you know, Rhett Lashley, of course, played with Cam Newton and whatnot. You know, quarterbacks of that nature, but a lot of people are saying that Derek King is a better passer and a better runner than what was the other guy's name? Marshall, that won the other championship for him at Auburn. But
I know who you're talking about. Oof. Yeah, I know it's Marshall something.
right. But
yeah.
Brandon Marshall or I don't know. I don't keep up with them too much. But anyway, they say Derek King is better at both. He's just as good of a passer as he is a runner. And I mean, he's dynamic at both if you watch his tape. I mean, it's just this kid gives you chills when you watch him. He is
he can do it all.
A number one football player. I mean, he can kick, return. You could split him out in a wildcat and he's going to catch a touchdown pass if you throw it to him. You know, I mean, he's all that. Plus, what gives us a leg up, no pun intended, on this is we've got a good kicker this year.
Yeah,
a lot of our games last year was lost because of our kicker. Extra point.
Yeah.
Missed. You know, I know it shouldn't come down to place kicking, period. It never should. Dan Enos put us in a position where our place kicking either won the game or lost the game for us. And that right there is a roll of the dice, and we crapped out a lot.
I'm glad we did.
Yeah, because
if not, he'll still be the coach here.
He'll still be there. I actually put together an article a couple months ago. Sorry, what's the name of the kicker? I forgot.
Bob Baxter. I flipped out.
He lost like 4 games. 4 games.
Flipped out though, and it was a dude that it was some hate tweets on there, and some dude threatened. They said he was gonna kill him, and I told him flat out, I swear I swear I wish I could meet you. Because I would slap the shit out of you for saying that you're gonna kill a kid for mixing a kid.
Amen to that,
What
man.
kind of life do you have? Bubba Baxter's parents called me. I was shocked when his parents called me. And they was like, you don't have to thank me for saying that. Like, these are kids. And any bitch ass grown ass man that threatens kids, I'm hostile to. I'm hostile to that. I am. You're not gonna threaten a kid or talk about harming a kid for missing a field goal. And your punk ass probably didn't even go to the game.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you? Like that's the worst part about social media is that you get so many people that and you take it too far. You take it too far sometimes.
Yeah,
you're talking about threatening the life of kids. I'm not with that. I'm just not.
No, that's not.
I'm not with it. No, I'm not. No. And you can ask anybody who know me. You can't ask NJ right now because he's locked up. They won't let him out. But you can ask him. Like I had him hide in his car because he said he was going to beat my ass when he saw me. First time I saw him, I told him I was going to do something, but I was with my wife. Second time I saw him, I ran up on him. He hid in the car. If you're going to beat my ass, beat my ass. Don't say you're going to beat my ass, NJ. Don't say it. All these YouTube gangsters, these Facebook gangsters, man. Especially in these aren't really big circles. Miami Hurricane, none of these are big circles. Like, these are small circles. College football fans this is a small circle. And if you're a writer, a beat writer, like you're trying to be, and you got your own channel and you got your own thing, or like Orange Green Blood travels to a lot of games and shit like that, you're going to run into people that you talk about.
And I already have.
Yeah.
I already have the social media.
Well, it's not like he's gonna hide from you.
I'm going to you. As soon as I see you,
he could get in that car before you got to it.
And then when I saw him in Atlanta, and I saw his homeboy who said something in Atlanta, the David dude, I gave Liberty City Boy's wife. She said, "Longs," I said, "Please grab my daughter." And Liberty City Boy looked at her like, grab his daughter. And Liberty City Boy, a big boy. And as soon as we got over there, they had like 20 people in between us. Because I want this smoke you've been talking about, you're going to give me. I want this smoke. Not the smoke that come from out of the hurricane tunnel. I want that different smoke because this is the bad part about social media. I had Uncle Lou was on his waist one day. Somebody said, I don't know what they said to him. I don't know if they talked about his wife or his daughter, but he was on the interstate. Somebody called me and said, "So call Uncle Lou, man." Lou go. I call Uncle Lou on Facebook. I said, "Man, if you don't turn your ass around and go back home," he's, "I'm gonna find." I said, "Lou, go home, man. Go home. Go back home, man. Like, for real." It's a small community. Me and my wife was going through divorce. My wife came in here and was cursing and screaming and yelling. She wasn't even living. Came in the door, cursing, screaming, and yelling and everything. And Lou heard it. And as soon as the show ended, Lou called me. "Man, you okay?" It's a small family. You're gonna run into people. You're gonna have friends. You're gonna have enemies, but just try not to have enemies that's really about the shits, because you're gonna run into them people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the bad thing about this is I talk shit, but I always try to treat everybody with respect. I talk shit about people who talk shit about me, and I always try to and I want to see everybody win. Everybody's not like that. I don't want money from you. If you gain 100,000 subscribers because of me, I'm not asking you for money. I'm just asking you not to stab me in the back. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want money from you. I'm good.
Well, that's what everybody asks me all the time. "Why are you so nice?" And I'm like, "Man, well, where I grew up, in Homestead, Florida, it's a fight every day. I mean, I was one of the only white kids on my block, dude. And I mean, we were fighting amongst each other, and then we would get together and we would fight the kids on the next block."
Yeah.
I mean, you know how that is. And the thing about it is that I had so much fighting when I moved up here to North Carolina. I didn't want to fight no more. I wanted to make friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get tired of it. It gets old.
Yeah. I mean, I already done that. Been there, done that, dude. And I don't, so my thing is that, you know, I'll be your best friend or your worst enemy. I'll let you choose. Don't choose wrong. But
What's up, Maverick?
I think I gave away 15 of these last year. And these aren't the cheap ones. Okay. I have actually a real one, but I gave away 15 of these last year to people in the comment to the chat section. And then I had people getting mad at me because I asked for donations. I've given away 10 pair of sneakers this year. 10 pair already. And see, we haven't even had a season yet. But then people get mad if you ask for donations. Like, it's crazy. People, that's why I said when you do your sports article channel, pay attention to the business aspect of it. Because you'll have people that there's a lot of people that want something for nothing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that want something for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole show right here. I ain't been counting, but we've been on for almost 2 hours and we got not $1 donation. You see what I'm saying? But you still want to give out content, but you still want to do giveaways too. You know what I'm saying? But they don't realize YouTube don't pay you like that. And they take 30%. So if you make $100, they taking 30 of that 100.
Yeah.
And then you got to pay taxes on the other 70. So it's crazy. But you what you do is you continue to push and you don't let that discourage you from not achieving your goal. So what I've done was to supplement for a lot of the stuff that I can't get from Hurricane fans. What I've done was I've opened up my platform like you. I'm doing Miami Dolphins games. I'll be doing live Dolphins games. If the NBA opens up, I'll be doing every single game, especially the playoffs, live with a live chat. I'm doing major boxing events live. I'm doing major MMA events live. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to open it up to a bigger platform. You know what I'm saying? But that means more studying and more hard work. And I still have my Samsung laptop here that I have to go get fixed. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a $2,700 laptop. I got to get that fixed. $1,000 to get that fixed, but I'm going to get that fixed. So you just keep pushing. You keep doing. Are you? Where you at in your bedroom?
Yeah.
All right. What I would like for you to do is, because you got a nice computer. I can tell. What kind of computer you got?
This is a Mac.
Okay, pretty nice computer. If it was a Samsung, it would have been a little bit better. But a pretty nice computer. I'm a Samsung guy, so I got those shots at Apple. But nah, what I would like for you to do is, since you're in your bedroom, set you up a corner in your bedroom. Set you up a corner in your bedroom to where your desk at, to where when you come on live and you come on doing some videos, to where it looks like you're talking about sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because what's that? You have to dress the part.
Yeah, you're right.
You have to dress the part. So I want you to. I used to get on Mark Rogers all the time. Mark Rogers, because I don't know if you do you know who Mark Rogers is?
Yeah.
All right. You know who gave him that name, the voice of college football?
You?
Yep.
Yeah, usually I have a green screen for these, but I just
don't do a green screen. Don't. It's not always good. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes I think sometimes people T2Y does. I like his green screen, but sometimes it's better. Like everything I have behind me is mine.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you know the one thing I like about this right here is when I get something I can add and take away. You see what I'm saying? Like those LED rep lights. Like you can change the colors from here. You know, you can change the colors. You see how the colors are changed. It's just so many different things you can do with them. You want to be able to customize it and be able to rechange it, and then like a lot of stuff I give away, like this one right here, that the you behind me, I'm keeping that one, but that you right there is going to Junior and the Big Dog. That you is going to Junior and the Big Dog. So when I say like that football right there, Matt Bosher signed that football. All those players from that team signed that football. You know what I'm saying? The one turnover chain, my real turnover chain was given to me by by a few former Hurricanes, including Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Charles Farms. You know, those guys gave me those chains, is one of the chains that I have. You know, so it's memory. Jay Blaze gave me those LED rep lights. Jay Blaze gave me both of those shoes. My jerseys was given to me. Those two jerseys back there that's autographed were given to me by Ray Lewis and Michael Irvin. You know, so like you want to buy a few things, you want to see a few things that you like, and you just customize it the way you want to do it because it feels a little bit more homely. It feels a little bit different. Every day you come in, you're gonna see that stuff. That Sebastian back there, which I never would have got, that was given to me by Cole Perry. You know, so you want to like start out with something small. If it's just a couple of hats, I started out. If you go look at my earlier videos, it was hats lined up by my TV. That's all I had. You know, and as I continue to go to games and continue to meet people, Charles Farms, a 2-time national champion, is my big brother. He the one that put me out there to be able to talk to Ray Lewis, to be able to talk to Jonathan Vilma, to be able to have Duke Johnson on the show, to be able to talk I'm forgetting name, Michael Irvin and all these. Well, Michael Irvin talked to me because I thought he was gonna beat me up in Orlando last year because remember I kept talking shit about his son. I thought he was gonna beat me up in Orlando, but but like you meet Antrell Rowe, the guy who really got me to be able to talk to these guys was Charles Farms. He's a 2-time. He's not well known by a lot, but he's a starting safe.
Oh wow, he cut out again. Yeah, my man Zoe can't catch a break.
I know, man. I think that's like the third time. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen the people in the chat saying hi. Hey, hope everyone's doing well. If you missed the start, I started my own sports blog, Miami-based content called 305 Sports. You know, we cover all college, pro, and high school sports here in South Florida. So make sure to check that out. You can follow me on Twitter, Anthony Yero1, YERO1. You know, Zoe, I'm glad that he invited me on the show. Once again, you know, he's a great guy from what I can tell from the conversation I've had. You know, I want to ask you, how long have you been a Hurricanes fan?
Me, ever since I can remember, man. I'll be 44 in November, so I was born in 1976, and my dad and my older sister always watched Miami Hurricane football, so I grew up loving football. You know, it was a home team, everything. So when I moved up here, we moved up to Western North Carolina, close to Asheville. It's a little town called Rosman, and we're probably about 30-45 minutes from Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just right at the bottom of the hill there. So when I walk around, I have all my U stuff on and everything. Everybody looks at me weird and all this stuff, but hey, I don't have a problem with it. One, there's a lot more.
So yeah.
I'm gonna sue AT&T. Don't worry about it. There's something going on.
Catch a break.
It's something going on my firewall. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I need a new cord or something, but there's something going on my firewall. And I have my Ethernet cable plugged into my to my laptop. But there's something going on my firewall. I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
But
I'll be right back in. Give me 30 seconds. I'm gonna grab something real quick.
All right, it's all good. I don't as long as I know somebody can run the channel, I'm good. It doesn't cut off when I'm doing it by myself, but for some reason when I'm doing it, I don't know if it's a StreamYard thing or like. But the other night, like the day I ran over 2 hours and then I had a problem at all. So I don't know what it is sometimes. It could be that I'm running internet off of my tablet and my phone. and I wasn't doing that earlier today. So you have too many things running through your internet, and it'll fight. Everything is fighting for internet. So, but the good thing about StreamYard is when it does cut out, if you have a guest on, it just keeps going. So that's a good thing. The young Anthony, y'all pay attention to Anthony. Anthony is smart. Anthony is a smart kid. I like him. I like Anthony. Anthony's a real smart kid.
He's got ambitions though. He's going to make it far.
And that's what it's supposed to be about. Like we're supposed to be the. I'm glad I was able to meet him tonight. Like this is what something that you want to be able to do, man. You want to be able to lead. You want to be able to give people opportunities and lead some of these kids down the right path. And it's a good thing to be able to do that. Like for real.
It's like you and I were talking, about a week ago or so, we were talking about we need to be more of a support group for these kids, man, instead of so critical on them.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know how many people could take running out onto a field with 30, 40, 50, up to 80,000 people in the stands. I mean, that's a lot of pressure. And to be 18, 19, to 23, handling that kind of pressure week after week, being on national TV, having people talk about you like we do, constantly and hold you to a high standard, that's a lot of pressure. Plus, you've got your college classes you've got to take care of.
Absolutely.
You got your girlfriend, or some of these guys have got kids like Kosi.
A lot of people overlook the time management.
I've done 3 videos a day. It's my 3rd one.
Yeah.
This has been a full-time job. So this Saturday is my day off of work, but it's not my day. I didn't even cut my grass today. Mm-hmm. My first video was an hour. My second video was almost 3 hours, and this video here is going damn near 2-3 hours.
Yeah.
So we're about to end it. What can I do for you, Anthony? How can I help you? What can I do to help you? Because I want to see you succeed and grow. So when me and Orange and Green Blood is in our 70s and you in your 30s, we can sit back.
Too far off it, don't feel like.
We can sit back and be like, we remember that young man. We remember. Look at him, y'all grown. You're a beat writer for Sports Center, ESPN, whatever that doggone thing here. Look at him. Look at little Anthony go. So what can we do to help you? To help you, man.
Well, first of all, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. In terms of maybe just sharing our stuff, or just kind of look at me or my team as like the insider, I would say.
I'll tell you what, I don't have to share your stuff. You can share your stuff on this channel anytime you want. You can go into the community and post whatever you want anytime you want.
I might be in your Facebook group. I have to check.
You can go on my YouTube page. Yeah. And let me know. Send me something. If you send me a text, and I will put it in the community. And I will. And anytime you send, just like when this show ends, or it ain't gotta be when this show ends. As soon as this ends, you have my email address. Email me, and then I'll give you my number.
Okay.
And we'll talk. And we'll talk about everything that I can do to help you get down to where you want to get down. But let your parents know that I do curse. So I don't want them getting mad at me.
That's fine.
I don't have time to get being beat up by somebody's mother and father. I don't got time for that. But at the same time, I want to see you grow. I think I changed too much myself, so I'm not going to change who I am anymore. I am going to be who I am. But I want to see. I love to see the ambition of young people. I love young minds because y'all teach us more than we teach y'all. Believe it or not, I want to do whatever I can to help you grow because I have a platform to do it. But at the same time, you're gonna teach me way more than I'm gonna teach you. I can promise you that.
Oh yeah. I gotta get you on social media.
I'm trying to get. I've tried to get Twitter to get my old Twitter page back. I can't. My old Twitter page got 900 followers. This one has like 30. I want my
There's
old
a
Twitter.
million Canes fans on Twitter, and the second they probably know you already, and they
Yeah,
just
but
don't know you have Twitter.
they know I got Twitter. I got 900 followers on my old Twitter page. I
Okay.
can't get it because it's the number, because of the number. And I don't remember the code.
Yeah.
So it pisses me off. And Twitter don't have no account, nobody you can call on chat.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Like YouTubers don't have any YouTube support. They have no support group.
Mm-hmm.
You would think Google got that enough money to give you a support group for
sure.
your YouTube video makers, right? No, they don't.
Yeah.
So, but we're about to get off. Orange and Green Blood. Appreciate. I'm glad you got that set up. As you guys can
Give
see,
me a holler anytime.
how easy was that Orange and Green Blood to just click onto the link?
Oh, I mean, when I set up the other night, it didn't take just a minute. It
And
wasn't
how
too
easy is
hard.
it? Once the link is in the chat, all you do is click it, right?
Yeah. I mean, it pulls right up. You're right there in the backstage, and there it is. I mean, it tells you to check your mic and whatnot, all that mess, but that don't take just a second once you follow la.
It's actually easier than making the phone. It's actually easier than remembering the phone number. So I'm gonna continue to put the link to where instead of calling, you can come on. And for people who don't want to show their face, wear a mask. I'm serious. If you don't want to show your face, be like Sparta Kane.
Or you can have
you
have
see-
your camera off.
Or have your
There's an
camera
option in
off.
there. Yeah.
Or have your camera off if you don't want your camera showing. If you just want to talk, but you don't want to show your face, I'm okay with that. But this is the new way that I'm going to do it because I feel like it's a lot easier, it's more simplistic, and it's actually better because you get to have the conversations and I'm not having to hold the phone to the microphone. I have a hellified setup here. I do have a nice setup. I just need my baby fix. I need my Samsung. I need my baby fix. $2,700. I gotta get a fix. I'm about to cry. Everybody donate I'm gonna give me a GoFundMe page to get my laptop fixed. If everybody donate $2, I might be able to get it fixed in 2026. So, but I'm gonna get my damn laptop fixed before the season starts. Y'all gonna help me get my laptop fixed before the season starts. I'm dead serious, man. Shit, y'all gonna help me get because I have a great HP right now, and it's probably about a $1,400 HP. It's a good one, but I want I'm a Samsung guy, so refrigerator, stove, everything. I'm team.
Even the phone?
But I got a Note 10 Plus. We don't even talk about even the phone. We make y'all screens for y'all and y'all chips. Don't talk to me. We make y'all phone. We make y'all screens and y'all chips. Yeah. And the S20 Ultra is way better than the Note than the iPhone Pro. And guess what? Now they have they have a Note 20 Ultra coming out. They have a Note 20 Ultra. Like serious, I have a terabyte of memory. A terabyte on my phone. How much memory you got on your iPhone?
Well, not a terabyte. That's
you got 260 gigs, right? Sorry.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm telling you, Samsung is listen. The one thing about Apple is it's simplistic. It's very, very simple to work with once you're in that ecosystem. Yeah. But like, it's a reason why Samsung outsells Apple across the world. Not in America, but across the world. And actually, in America, is getting very close. This is a very tight race. The Note line is like this Samsung Note 10 Plus. Like, bro, this is probably the baddest phone on the fucking market. No, the Ultra is the baddest phone on the market. But this Note 10 Plus, listen to me. You know, I could take you like take photos, or you like to record and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, now you see this little pin right here. You see this little pin right here? I can sit my phone away and walk 20 feet away and press this pin and take a picture, take selfies, take pictures, or record videos and not be sitting right beside it with this pin. Dope. Like serious. Like I don't even need my phone. My Samsung earbuds, I don't need my phone with me. I have 4 gigabytes of memory on my Samsung earbuds. So I can leave my phone at home, take my watch and receive phone calls from my watch and have my earbuds not even attached to my watch and listen to the music. I'm
Yeah, that's
team
awesome.
Samsung. I'm team Samsung for a reason. Not because I'm against Apple. I just go for the best product. I go for what I can get the best for my money. And Apple, I can't get. Apple just changing their widgets. They're just changing their where you can like customize your screen and shit. Like they're too far behind, man. That's why I'm not.
That's true.
That's just why
I know
I'm not.
internationally for sure, Samsung's winning.
It's just you just can do more. You just can do more. Like Apple needs Samsung to make their screens for them because Apple can't make OLED screens. The 1 year they tried with LG was the iPhone 10, and you see how that shit happened. You see how that worked out, right? They had to switch back. They said even though we can't stand Samsung, fuck y'all got to make our screens, but you know what I'm saying. So
I gotta say goodnight to T2Y, dude.
Oh, I'm not even paying attention to the chat tonight. You know why I haven't? This is the first night I really hadn't paid attention to the chat because I'm just so intrigued by how young Anthony is and how smart he is.
I didn't want to interrupt, but Anthony had a question about what's the difference between like you and I being old school Canes versus the new millennial Canes. Why are we so if a coach doesn't do good, fire him. You know, if a player don't do good, get him out of there, whatever. I don't know that we're really as much that way.
I think it's the same, to be honest.
Yeah, I think social media. So if you look at social media, like the older fans are more assholes than the younger fans. I think it's like race relations. The younger generation get it more than the older generation. Y'all are way more inclusive. Y'all are smarter than us. And old people don't want to admit that. That's like old people that say football players back in the days could beat football players. No, they couldn't.
No, they can't.
They couldn't because football players back in the day smoked cigarettes and shit. Like these cats nowadays really train. They really train. So I think the difference is a lot of old people are stuck. I've told older people, if you actually talk to some of these young kids, you would actually learn some things and they would open up to you. The problem is sometimes us as older fans, we feel entitlement, but we also went through the glory days. We went through the glory days. Like me and Orange and Green Blood was alive for all 5 national championships. We went through it. We was alive for the robbery in Ohio State. You know, we was alive for
all of it, man.
Yeah, we was alive for the 5 Gino Toretta interceptions at Penn State. We watched that. So those things are still ingrained in our minds. So it's like, okay, this is what we remember. So we want to hold on to that. But what I say is on to the next one. I'm a hip hop fanatic. Like I'm hip hop all the way. I'm from New York. I'm from Harlem, born and raised. And the one thing I can say about New Yorkers is 50 is the new 20. Like, and you look at Rakim, you look at all the New York hip hop artists, all the old. Look at Nas. Nas is older than me. Could you tell Nas is older than me? Like serious. You look at one thing about New York is you want to stick with the times. You don't want to fall behind the times. You want to stick with them. So I feel like I get a lot of my information from young people because that's the only way I'm gonna grow. It's from young people. Old people are stuck in their ways. So I have to grow from young people. Yeah. But you still need older mentors. You need mentors. The problem with young people nowadays is loyalty. That's the problem with younger people is loyalty. Is loyalty. And I'll say this time, blue in the face. The wholesome one fucked me over. I brought his channel. I built this channel. I went out of my way to make sure that he was good. I shared his channel. I had him come on mine all the time. And one day he just decided to fuck me. Loyalty. Loyalty. Never asked you for a penny. Loyalty. So the one thing I can say with the younger generation is loyalty. You have to have that. I was a blood. Kids was off limits. Women was off limits on anything. You never dealt with women and kids. Today, that's different. So when it comes to me talking to young people, it's trying to say, okay, even when you're getting in an argument, you leave wives and daughters, kids out of it. You don't threaten teenagers and college kids that really aren't about that life. You don't do that. And just because you old does not mean that they have to respect you. You still have to earn their respect the same way that they have to earn yours. So when it comes to life lessons and anything you learn in life from anybody, whether you're older or younger, just be open to receive it, because even if it's not the best idea, then you learn what not to do. Even if it's not the best advice, you learn what not to take. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's it. Just be who you are. I had to get that from Orange and Greenblood. I had to get that from OG Kane. I had to get that from Norman VT. I had to get that from Hurricane. So many people, because I started changing who I was last year to try to be nicer. And I had a few former Hurricanes call me like, Zoe, what the fuck is you doing? This is not you. 786 like, Zoe, man, what are you doing? This is not you. Stop trying to pander to the fan base, man. Be who you are. That's what made you. So be who you are. Whatever makes you, make changes, but don't make the wrong changes. Don't stay to your core self and better that. That's the best advice I can give you.
And I'll add to that with stand your ground. If you believe wholeheartedly that this is the way things are and that's how you report them, then stick by it. Don't let anybody ever make you waver from what you think in your heart is right. Period.
Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of people nowadays just go with the crowd. I mean, in college football and sports, we see that all the time, the bandwagon fans and all this stuff. But it takes somebody, it takes a man, and Zoe, like Kimbo, it takes a man to stand up and stand your ground.
Two of my favorite men in the world that's lived, that died, is Kimbo and Jerome Brown. Like, Kimbo was my big brother. I couldn't even go to the funeral. Like, I could not go. Kimbo choked me out one day. Give me a hug, like, serious. Like, so you meet people like that. I studied that man. Ed Reed, I studied that man. Like, I'm Ed Reed. I'm dead serious, and he's younger than me. Like the donation for Marcus. I hate Miami, but I hate Georgia way more. I hate FSU. Fuck Lou. Your studio is looking good. God bless. Good night. And we argue all night, and this is the results of it. It's not a hatred argument. I get in here and talk shit. Remember, I say I'm gonna end it on this. I'm gonna let everybody go because I'm tired. I'm gonna end it on this. And I don't know if you was in that chat, but I remember when I got and this is when me and what's name became good friends again, because he held me down that day, and I was in tears. I was literally bawling. I got a phone call. I was doing a live video in my bedroom. I was doing a live video in my bedroom. In my bed, we were just talking about crazy shit. And I got a phone call from a friend of mine that I met in the YouTube conference that works for, I'm not gonna say who he works for, but he works for the biggest breaking news company in the world. And y'all already know. I'm not gonna mention their letters, their acronyms, but it's three of them. So you already know what I'm talking about. He called me and he said, "Hey, Alonzo, man, I heard Kobe Bryant plane crashed in Calabasas, his helicopter. Not 100% sure. We're not gonna break the news yet." And I talked to my supervisor and I asked him, "Can I let you break it? Because I know you." He was like, "Yeah, you can go look, cause we can't break it because we can't confirm it, but yeah, you can tell him he can go ahead and go with it." So I went with it because he called me, and that's trust level because I trusted what he was telling me. And I be damn, I got on and I end up with like 25,000 people in my chat. Like, no, this is this. And then I'm getting information, and I'm people telling me I'm liars, and my homeboy like, man, fuck y'all. Zoe's not gonna come on here with no bullshit, like for real. And about 10 minutes into the chat, it was broken by TMZ. And everybody's like, and I just thought I was like sick with it. But the thing, what I'm saying is I was able to build that relationship with that guy he was able to trust me enough to tell me that. And I was the first one on YouTube to break that story. First one. You can go look at the timestamp. Nobody on YouTube broke that story before I did. And Kobe Bryant was my favorite player ever. Taz was in that chat. He goes, Taz said, I remember that day. And another one was the Mark Rick, when I got the phone call from Mark Rick. I mean, not from Mark Rick, but for somebody who wanted the boosters out, because I'm a booster. When you see to go to your booster, and they call me and say, I watch your show a lot. I like how real you keep it. I'm just letting you know that Mark Rick has been given an ultimatum to be fired. If he don't fire his son at the end of the year, he have to resign to be fired. And I broke that story, and everybody told me I was lying. Everybody told me I was lying. 2 weeks later, 247 Sports broke it. I said, how do they break something that I already fucking broke 2 weeks ago?
No, I remember that show.
How you break something I broke 2 weeks ago? Everybody called me a liar.
It's hard for me to remember all the shows you done though. You broke a lot of stuff, man.
That's because I've earned a lot of respect from a lot of people. I don't get my news. Like you said, you want to go to the source to get your information, Anthony. Yeah. I don't get my source from 247 Sports. I don't get my source from any news media outlet. I don't read off articles. I get my source from the source.
Mm-hmm.
Like when 786 broke Manny Diaz. Remember 786 said Manny Diaz is on his way to Temple. We went live then, and everybody thought he was lying. Nobody knew he was on his way to Temple, but 786 knew because somebody there, 786 knew was with Manny on his way to Temple. Nobody even knew he was on his way to Temple. University of Miami didn't even know. We went live before the University of Miami knew. Because you create relationships with people. That's why when you said what you said earlier, I said make sure you create relationships with people. Yeah. Because no matter how much bullshit is on social media, no matter whether or not people like you because you're a likable person or because you're just some type of nice guy, whatever. Listen, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. You can be the nicest person. You can be this or that, whatever. I'm a fucking shark. Okay. I don't have to be nice to you. People know that I'm genuine. I will give you the shirt off my back. I don't have to be nice to people in the chat just because you don't like me in the chat. Fuck you, Kick rocks. I'll rock with 20 people in the chat. But I can guarantee you that if any news break in Miami first for the University of Miami, I'm going to be one of the first 5 people to get it. I could promise you that. And it's been proven over my 7 years. It's been proven. So all these other people that just like to get on here and talk about just recruiting or this and that, that's all good and dandy. But who do you really know and what do you really know? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say never burn bridges. It's not always about money, but you do need money, and you do need money to support your cause. But at the same time, it's a grind. And as of right now, I've done this shit for almost 8 hours today on my day off. It's a grind.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah,
which, Joe, I gotta head out, brother.
All right, I'm about to head out too. Hey,
Yeah.
Anthony, do me a favor. You got my email address?
I don't.
I thought it's
I was gonna
Kane's,
ask. Oh yeah, actually, you sent me the
the link.
stream. Okay.
Yeah, hit me your number and that so I can send you mine. I'm gonna have you come on probably at least once a week to talk about your So I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna go back to 3-4 shows a week. So I'm gonna have you come on probably once a week to talk about your blog or your articles. You,
For sure,
can,
for sure. I can help you get a recap of recruiting, all that.
Man, I just want to see you grow. I just want to see you grow, young brother. That's it.
Thank you.
Just
It takes
grow,
a lot.
man.
You know,
You don't owe me nothing.
Thank you.
You don't owe me absolutely nothing.
Thank you.
I just want to see you succeed. If you succeed, I'm good.
I will. I work way too hard to not succeed, and I'm
That's
gonna keep
it.
working. I take this like a real job. I work on this more than a 9 to 5. If I'm truthful, this is more than a 9 to 5 for me every day.
I believe you.
On social media, my blog, make sure we have other writers, make sure they're doing their stuff. You know, so it's a
And
grind.
you see, Haitian Kane told me don't forget the Manny hiring. I got the first news on that too.
Yeah.
I get phone calls from boosters, like for real. People think I'm playing when I say I get phone calls from high up boosters, like high up boosters.
Yeah.
This is why I don't care about a media pass. Fuck a media pass. I don't need. I have a media pass. I don't care about sitting out there with them clowns, because when you work for people like when you work for people like Kane's or Ass Kiss, you have to abide by their rules. I turned them down. I told them to kiss my ass because you got to abide. We want you. We would like to sponsor your town, but we don't want you talking about Mark Ricks. Fuck you. Bye. Kick rocks.
That's one of my goals, to be able to have a media pass.
You know, to be honest with you, it's not even really worth it.
No?
Because you go there and they pick and choose who they want to answer questions, who they want to. You don't get, if you notice that lady Susan, she gets to ask all the questions. It's not even worth
the lady
it.
from the Herald.
It's not even worth it. I've went. It's not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. Best bet is to get the media pass for high school football, because for the University of Miami, you're not gonna be able to ask players questions, because when they tell players to disperse, I've been there. You can't go off and ask a player a question because they're not gonna allow you to, even with the media pass.
Yeah, and that's why I've been. Well, I know you haven't seen it yet, but if you look on Instagram, I've developed some good relationships. I make them edits, stuff that they can post. You know, stuff to keep a relationship.
That's your best bet. Make relationships. Yeah. Don't worry about media pass. You know who you want to talk to? The former players, or the players that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
The players that's in there, even with a media pass, you're not going to be able to talk to them. And they're going to tell you lies because they're afraid of what's going to happen to them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have to, And I've spoken to some guys that don't want to, like, speak in general. It's happened. Like, I'll be like, oh, let's hop on an interview, you know, and they won't say 3 words. It'll be 1-word sentences. All right, man.
And they're not even signed with Miami. Huh?
Yeah. And I have to, I mean, it's a part of the business, no? I have to remain professional, you know. It's fine. I play along, but
you build.
I love you, pal. I gotta jump off. I gotta go take care of this boy.
All right, Orange Green Blood. Love you, my brother. You be good, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother, having me on.
All right. Never be afraid to tell another man you love him. Neither. I hate it when people be like, "Tell another man I love him." That's serious. Fuck wrong with you? You scared to tell him? All right, whatever. But nah, Anthony, everything is everything, man. I appreciate having you on the show. You are part of the 1219 family now.
Thank you.
Let people know that you will be doing some shows over here. And you will be talking about some recruiting. The only thing I'm going to give some advice to you is put some shit up back here. You have a desk in your bedroom?
Yeah, I'll get some set up. I'll get something set up.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Get you a little desk set up. You don't have to have Miami Hurricane stuff. You can have high school stuff, Miami stuff, because you're gonna be covering all sports. But just get you a couple little,
For sure.
the little things, the little stick-ons on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Just get you a couple of those things. Don't try to go overdo it. Just get you a little. Even if you wear your high school hat or you know what I'm saying, whatever. You know what I'm saying, or whatever you do. You know what I'm saying. Just look at your craft as, like I say, you are who you are. Only reason I'm not wearing hats right now is because you can't see this, but I'll show it to you because it's kind of dark in here. But I started growing my locks back, and those shits hurt. I got it done yesterday, and that shit is so tight.
Yeah.
So I'm not putting a hat on my damn head right now. That shit hurts. But you can see all the stuff I have on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just it's through the years. Like I said, I did barbershop talk this year, so I have my bar over here to where I can well, you can't see it. To where I can, oh, you can't see it. Let me remove that. Hold up.
Mm-hmm, I see that.
Yeah, I got my bar there. With all my liquor and stuff. And we be tailgating and we do a few different things. So I've also been playing around with how I do these things on StreamYard, or
Yeah.
just trying to figure out the best way to do that's the first time I tried that one. Is that the first time I tried that one? Yeah, might be the first time I tried that one. That one pretty all right too. I think this one this might be a little better because it's more slim. But nah, it's just working on your craft. Don't worry about the electrical part as much as just keep doing your writing. That's it. But all right, little bro, man. Love you, man. You stay safe.
I appreciate it. You too, man.
Hit me.
I'll email it right now.
Yeah, email me your number and we're done. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you sign us off tonight. Like say, like, you know what I'm saying? Hurricane Zoe and Anthony Euro 305 Sports, whatever, signing out, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let Anthony sign us off tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming on. This is Anthony Euro from 305 Sports. I'm here with Hurricane Zoe from the 1219U family. Have a good night.
We out.